Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea. Here we go. The deal is done.
I'm loading up my clip, got a plan for tonight. A dog in my hand, in my pocket is.
Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea. Here we go. The deal is done.
I'm loading up my clip, got a plan for tonight. A dog in my hand, in my pocket is.
Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea. Here we go. The deal is done.
I'm loading up my clip, got a plan for tonight. A dog in my hand, in my pocket is.
Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea. Here we go. The deal is done.
I'm loading up my clip, got a plan for tonight. A dog in my hand, in my pocket is.
Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV for the Enzo party, the Chelsea party, the Chelsea transfer review show. Do me a favour right now, though. Hit them likes. Everyone, I want 100 likes, right? I want you to get to 100 likes before we get to 10 minutes, right? It's over 200 people here already. Everyone smash the like button now for Enzo Fernandez. Do it. Smash a like for Egbali. Smash a like for Todd Bowley. Smash a like to Chelsea Football Club. Smash a like to all the rivals that were calling us out, saying that we were done, we were finished, right? Let's smash a like to their crap. Let's drink to their crap. Yeah? Smash a like to all the haters, all of the pundits on TalkSport, Sky Sports, everywhere. Smash a like to every single one of them, to their tears. Drinking them. On top of that, smash it for my boy, Enzo Fernandez. Come on. Let's go. Let's cue that intro. People, welcome back to GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV. Nearly 300 of you here already. I hope you're doing what I just said at the before the intro as well. Keep smashing them likes. Every single person that's come on and is watching this now and hasn't hit the thumb, please do that now. Subscribe to the channel as well. I hope you guys are as excited as I was. Sorry I couldn't bring in a show to you guys yesterday. I was pulling my hair out. I was sitting there watching Fabrizio Romano on the TV for 3 hours. 3 hours we had to go through that pain. 3 hours. And we ended up getting our guy. He wanted Chelsea. He said he wants to go. He looked at Rui Costa in the face and he said, "Let me go. Let me go. I don't want to play for Benfica anymore. I want to play for Chelsea Football Club." And when we got top talents like Enzo Fernandez crying crying to leave Benfica just to play for us, we were told by Fabrizio Romano that this deal had collapsed. That is what we was being told in a recent video that he put out recently. They were talking about the deal had collapsed, was on the verge of collapsing, and Enzo Fernandez gets involved. Egbali, the baller, Egbali gets involved. And he sits in front of him for nearly plus 12 hours. 12 hours in front of Rui Costa's face. That must have been miserable. That must have been horrible. Sitting there watching and looking at Rui Costa's face for 12 fucking hours. But they did it. And they took it to the last hour of this transfer deadline. And guess what? They did what they did with Mudryk. Even though it took a little bit longer. They took Enzo Fernandez on that jet back to Farnborough and back to Cobham. And we now have Enzo Fernandez in a number 5 shirt at Chelsea and potentially available to play on Friday. How happy are you guys? 350 of you here already. Get them likes up. Like I said to you, smash a like for Enzo Fernandez. Smash a like for the Bald. We're going to do a transfer review show today, talking about all the players that Chelsea have signed through to January. We've got a panel coming on later as well. But we're going to go through some of the stuff first that I've got set up here before we get in any more into this. But how many likes have we got? I know it ain't got enough likes. I mean, Chelsea Fan TV smashed it. Nearly 150 likes already. Nearly 300 people. Ballers over there. Keep smashing the likes, guys. On GNA TV, nearly 100 people there. 50 likes. Like I said to you, if you're coming through and you haven't hit that like, do it. Do it for this board. Do it for Enzo Fernandez. Hopefully he gets announced as well. And in the meantime of all of this, before we get into Enzo Fernandez and we enjoy the party, because that's why you guys are here. You're here with me to party on a player that I've wanted for a long time. You guys have wanted for a long time. And he is now ours. But let's just drink the tears quickly. Let's just drink some tears because there's many salty tears hanging around Chelsea at the end of this transfer window. Yeah? You remember this, guys? Do you remember this? Do you remember this morning all skinsky? This is what Simon Phillips has said. But do you remember this article from The Sun and many other articles about Chelsea? Sanctions cripple Abramovich. Chelsea could go bust as Roman hit. Ban on selling players and tickets. Sponsor pulls out and Amid feeds. And look at them. Look at that. Look at that. What? Skinsky. Yeah, well, guess who's had the final laugh? Roman Abramovich. Guess who's also had the final laugh? Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea fans. And as before we go any further, and I know it's very early doors when it comes to this, I'm trying to bring myself back to a level here because I am quite excited still. I'm still buzzing. I couldn't even sleep last night. All right. So that's how excited I was. Roman Abramovich, again, showing how much he cares for this club. He was the man that chose. Sorry, I'm just reading something in the comments. He was the man that chose these owners. We could have had the Ricketts. We could have been stuck with the Ricketts. But we wasn't because our owner made sure that we were in good hands, that we were being looked after. I haven't seen the bio yet, but I will get the bio up as well. It's one of my things. Let's get it up because we are going straight into Enzo Fernandez as well. Like I said to you, later in the show, we've got a panel coming on as well. What's going on here? Let's see. Where are they? Yes. Oh, no. Is it? Oh, yes. Yes, I've seen it. I have seen it. And yeah, we'll add it in there. Why not? Why not? But let me just finish before we get into talking about more about Enzo Fernandez, because this is the Enzo Fernandez party. We have party hard. We're going to party hard. I want us to drink their tears. I want to drink rivals' tears. These lot are walking around. And you know what's so mad about it? Yeah, this is what's funny, right? It's most rivals, but particular clubs, Arsenal fans and a Man City fan, not all Man City fans, but a Man City fan, running his mouth on fucking Twitter, talking about getting all rivals and every club other that doesn't support Chelsea to sign a petition so that we can get looked into. They laughed at us. They called us to be, you know, a club that was going in the gutter. They were saying that we were never, ever going to be able to respond to the levels of what Roman Abramovich has brought to this club. This is what they told us. This is what they tried to tell us. And guess what? We sat back. We wrapped him up in a big fat pack, rolled, licked in our mouths, and we're now smoking the rivals. We are smoking the rivals. That's what we're doing right now, yeah? That is what we're doing right now. Big up to every Chelsea fan in the house right now. I am still buzzing. I'm telling you, I've been buzzing all day. Do me a favour, though. Hit the likes. And I keep saying, hit the likes for Enzo Fernandez. Nearly 500 people here already. Let's go on to this other comment. All right, I told you about the petition about this Man City guy. Well, we've got another one. And it's Piers Morgan, the biggest melt in the world. Piers Morgan. You know, this just goes to show we're back because we're so hated. And I love it. I love it. Piers Morgan with his stupid comment. Reminder to Chelsea fans, we're top of the league, you're 10th, and we're 21 points ahead of you with a game in hand. So spend all your gazillions what you want, but you really, really need to buy is a telescope to look up at Arsenal. Oh, my name's Piers Morgan. I'm just going to sit there and pretend that I'm not vexed over Chelsea and their positions and what they're doing. I'm just going to use the table and just, you know, we haven't been there for 20 years and we haven't had Champions League football for over 6 years, nearly 7 years. But, you know, I'm just going to use it because it's all about the now. It's not about the past. No. Well, guess what, Piers Morgan? Even though we're in the mud, Yeah, and we're having, all right, a bad season, which can ultimately change in this next part of the season, guys. Let's not forget, we still attracted Mudryk from you boys, and we still got Joao Felix from you boys. You lot were putting images up of Mudryk and Joao Felix in Arsenal shirts, yeah? Yeah, and in your position, like you said, sitting at the top of the league. And guess what? They still mudded you. They still mudded you, yeah? They don't care about the now because they know Arsenal's just about the now. We're about the future and the now. We are Chelsea Football Club. We ain't used. We ain't Tottenham. We don't, we're not fucking brokies. Let me use the word again. Andrew Tate style. We're not brokies. We're not brokies like you. You lot can't even put £5 million forward to try and get a player. We ain't the brokies. You are the brokies. And this is why we get the players. Because yes, we do have the money, but we have a project. John Terry with this great comment as well. Piers Morgan, you have gone missing for 20 years and you still have a long way to go. I have won more trophies since I retired playing golf than Arsenal have. Big up to John Terry. Big up to John Terry. Absolutely squashing the Arsenal fans. Putting them in a pack. Rolling them up. Rolling them up. Isn't it funny how jealous they really are of our football club, guys? Isn't it? You know, we're smoking them. We're smoking these rivals. Yeah, and people like Piers Morgan want to use where they are now. Chelsea are 10th and we're here. Yeah. We still muddy. We still might be in the mud, but we're still signing players in front of you. You're in the mud. We ain't in the mud. You're in the mud. And on that note, I'm moving away from these rivals. I just wanted to just throw that in there because every time we kick on and we look good and we get supposedly excited, the rivals tell us that we shouldn't be. That, we're rigging it and the owners are going to get arrested and FFP are going to lock up your owners and your players, the contracts that you're doing are falsified and you can't do that. No. We may have a baseball owner and American owners, but we have American owners that have bought a bit of this. They've thought about it. And this is the quickest way that they could get the transition moved. Yeah? Smash a like for your owners. For what they've done for January window. Specifically January window. Smash a like for your owners, Chelsea fans. Do it. Get these likes up. I want to see 200 likes, man. Listen, GNA TV, if we're not at 100 likes in the next 10 minutes, come on. We've only got 61 likes. There's over 150 people here. Hit the like button. How quick can we get that to 100 likes? Chelsea Fan TV, nearly 200 likes. But guess what? We're at 25 away. 400 of you guys there as well. Big up to every single one of you guys that are in the chat. Let's drink that rival tears. And let's move on from these salty rivals. And let's start the party. We want to party hard. We said we're going to party hard. Let's go. Let's start with this. Yeah, what we saying? My boy Enzo Fernandez is in the house. And you know what? To add to all of that as well, let's party, guys. Sit back, hit the likes, and let's have a quick little party before we start talking about the in-depths of Enzo Fernandez. Let's do it. Let's blimmin' do it.
Yo estoy frío, enero en New York. Los domis me quieren como el mayor. Antes me tiraban fango, ahora pa' los shows me tiran con ropa interior. Drop 42 y no es de 6. GL, SUV, el jet. Yo estoy frío, enero en New York. Los domis me quieren como el mayor. Antes me tiraban fango, ahora pa' los shows me tiran con ropa interior.
I'm so gassed. Big up to Tiggs with that. Big up to Tiggs with that video, man. Go and check him out as well, man. That was such a sick fucking video. I was listening to that. I've actually downloaded that song. That song is my song right now. Come on, let's go, guys. Smash the likes for Enzo Fernandez. Smash the likes for these owners. Did you enjoy that? I see the fire signs. I see the fire signs. Yeah, I see the fire signs. What we saying? I see them. I see them. DJ Pineapple, let's go. Let's go. We are cooking. We are cooking. And how did it all transpire? What happened? What happened? Where did it all come from? Well, before we get into that, Chelsea bio have already, look, guys, and if you haven't followed Enzo Fernandez, go and follow him. Go and follow this baller. We are about to witness one of the best, and I'm hoping one of the best players ever to wear this Chelsea kit. I'm telling you now, this is how much I rate this guy. This guy is a baller. I'm telling you, and I just pray that we continue to back the manager. The owners keep backing this club, that we get strong, and this boy just continues to stay with us and grows, stays healthy, grows, available. Yes, Enzo Fernandez. And yeah, you know, you can go and follow him over on Instagram, guys. This is his Instagram, Enzo J Fernandez. Go over there and give him a follow, man. Go and give him a follow. He ain't put any Chelsea pictures yet. I'm expecting, though, guys, in the next sort of, hour or two, potentially, that we should have some sort of release. We should have some sort of release on Enzo Fernandez in a Chelsea kit. I've not seen him yet. I think we know he's landed. We know he's here. He's here. All we've got to do now is do the interviews, take pictures, you know, all of that stuff, all of that bits and bobs, you know. But man, how did this all happen? And this is where we've got to take our hats off to the ball, because it was a crazy mental day yesterday. And obviously, you know, part of it maybe mucked up Hakim Ziyech, because when you read Chelsea's whole board, Paul Winstanley, Joe Shields, Lawrence Stewart, Christopher Vell were all pushing for Enzo Fernandez. The negotiation was mad. At one point last night at 8 p.m, the deal had completely collapsed, but Chelsea never gave up. So at 8 o'clock, guys, while we were sitting there watching Fabrizio Romano, the deal fell through. The deal fell through. You know, a lot of people were worried around that time. But Enzo Fernandez himself pushing to get out the door. Pushing Rui Costa to accept. Egbali staring Rui Costa in the face for 20 hours until he basically said, I'm not leaving until you give me, you know, the go-ahead. We get told that that Benfica and Rui Costa had a board meeting, which they then all agreed, other than Rui Costa, who still felt that they didn't want to let him go. But after speaking to Enzo Fernandez, the player himself, he made it very clear that he wanted to go. And on that basis, he left. Big up to Matthew Harris for the donation, bro. He says, Enzo. Big up, my man. Big up. Yes, Enzo. Keep putting in fire signs up for Enzo. Thumb signs up for Enzo. Hit the likes. Subscribe. We are going to be doing a transfer review show after we've spoken about Enzo as well, talking about all the players that we've signed with a panel as well. So make sure you stay tuned and locked with us as well. Well, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed of recent that Enzo Fernandez has completed also the second part of his medical test, guys, after the first one in Portugal. So he's done that. The second part, I'm assuming, back in where we are, or maybe there. I don't know. If he's saying the first one was in Portugal, so he must be here anyway. So Chelsea official revealing of the 121 million euros boy is coming. It is coming. And when you think about it, guys, you know what's so mad about this? And this is what I was waiting for massively. It was, how did Chelsea manage to get Rui Costa to agree to the structure required? The whole process of Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea, Rui Costa declining all the structures we put forward, was the fact that they wanted the full release clause up front. That's what we were told. We were told full release clause on nothing. So when we got the news, it was then so intrigued. I was so intrigued to know what structure Chelsea agreed to get Enzo Fernandez. How did they manage to get it across the line? And then when you read this, I mean, honestly, this is what you call perseverance, not giving up. Not giving up, yeah? And still sticking to what you want, not falling to what they wanted. Enzo Fernandez, new Chelsea player, all documents signed and completed, blah, 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 blah. Medical tests are done. Payment in 6 installments, but a 40 million up front. Bowley, Egbali and the ball did it after a mad 24 hours. Here we go. At the end of all of that, we managed to get them to agree it on a 6th installment with a 40 million up front. which is a lot, obviously a large lump. We also know that River Plate are getting a big lump sum of that first payment. We've managed to get that done in our terms. Bowley and Eghbali are serious owners. I'm telling you, not only have they just proved what they did with the Mudryk deal in being able to just, if you want to call it a hijack the player, but they've gone and spent nearly 24 hours, yeah, or maybe less, just less, in Benfica, not leaving. And what did I say to you guys yesterday? Remember what I said yesterday? What was the thing I told all of you? I said, I don't think we have a plan B. I think we're going hammer and tong for this deal. I think we're not going to take no for an answer. I think we will stay there to the last hour. And with Pies yesterday, who was on the show, we both said it would probably be a 10 o'clock breaking news. And guess what? It was near enough 10 o'clock. We ended up getting it. But part of the big reason why Enzo Fernandez was, Rui Costa accepted the deal was Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea owners' perseverance, not giving up, sticking to the structure that they want, pushing it in their face, collapsed at 8 o'clock, went back again, big meeting again, bang, bang, bang. Enzo Fernandez pushes it one more time, and he accepts it. He gives in, he caves in. Rui Costa caved in after having this whole big, I do what I want. No, this is what we want sort of thing. Caved in, mate. Guys, nearly 700 of you here right now. Nearly 700 here, 20 minutes in. Big up to every single one of you guys that are in here as well. We have got another super chat somewhere. I've missed it, haven't I? Someone give me another super chat. I've missed a super chat, haven't I? Have I missed someone's super chat? I think I have. Have I? Oh, no, DK. Big up to you, bro. Jem, let's go, bro. Big up to you. I'm so gassed, man. So am I, bro. Big up to you, DK, as well. Thank you for the donation as well, bro. I hope you're celebrating in style. Oh, I'm so happy, man. But it's just the way we got it done and how sort of dramatic it was left to. And like I just elaborated to you guys just now in regards to it, it goes on a bit more here. Rui Costa had no intention of accepting Chelsea's offer until a few minutes before the end of the window. Few minutes before? Well, that's not true. It wasn't a few minutes before the end of the window because we got the green light an hour before the window, right? So Enzo Fernandez was crucial in getting it done, and he did it in a professional way. He was really insisting on the move. Fabrizio Romano, he's got a video out, and he talks about Enzo Fernandez, the 3-minute long, about the whole saga and this, that, and the other. Go and watch it if you've not watched it. But I tell you what, Jesus. Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. So what are we getting? What is it that Chelsea fans are getting in regards to Enzo Fernandez? Big up to Sammy Barnes as well. It seems like everyone's happy in the chat as well. It seems like everyone's happy in the chat. Yeah. Do me a favor, actually. Let's do this quickly. I just want to really get a feel for the whole of you. There's nearly 700 of you here. If you're happy with the Enzo Fernandez deal, for everything we've done, the structure, the money, the deal, the player, put your thumbs up now. If you're not happy with the Enzo deal and you're not sure and you're put your thumbs down. You either put your thumbs up or you put your thumbs down. Let's see it. I want to see how many people are on side with this whole deal for Enzo Fernandez. And I'll keep an eye on the chat. I'll keep an eye on that chat. The thumbs are up, man. The thumbs are up. Thumbs up, 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 thumbs up. What are we saying? Took an incredible 26 hours in negotiations by Chelsea. Thumbs up here. Thumbs up. 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 Everyone's just thumbsing it up. Enzo and Felix, I'm dreaming is what John Anderson saying. Big up to John Anderson, who's a member of Chelsea Fan TV as well. I hope you enjoyed that one, bro. Hope you enjoyed that one. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Everyone's giving me thumbs up, right? There's no one else. There's not anyone that's put their thumbs down. This is amazing. This is amazing, guys. I am so happy for you as well. I am so happy for you. We got our player, man. We got our player. And you know full well how long I've been talking about this guy. You know. You know how I feel about him. It's just constant thumbs up. I don't think there's one thumb down. What's this? Thumbs up. Potter is still the manager. Down. Talking about Enzo, not Potter. Thumbs up. Everyone's happy, man. That's good. That's good. There's not one person that said no. And that's big up to you guys, man. I'm happy for you. So I'm happy for you guys that you're happy as well. Right. What are we getting from Enzo Fernandez? Well, let's have a quick look at his record in the Premier Liga in 22-23. And it goes on to say this. In passes in that league, he is first with 1,446 passes made. So we know he can kind of be a little bit like, I'm not saying he's a Jorginho, but he's like a quadruple great upgrade to him, in my opinion. Like, he will control the ball, he will recycle it to a degree, but he's progressive. He's got a very good range of passing. He can unlock defenses. He does a bit of everything. Yeah, so he is the full package when it comes to passing. Yeah, full package. In terms of assists, all right, not massive, but still second in the league with 5 big assists. There you go, guys. What is it? One of the things that I've always stressed about when it comes to Chelsea Football Club, what we need in terms of creativity. Deep line creation, forward line creation. We've got Mudryk, who's going to be direct and dribble, which will equally create space, which is going to allow him to create for other people. You've got Madueke doing it on the other side as well, creating from that side, dribbling with his dribbling ability. You've got Enzo Fernandez playing a little bit of a deeper role, maybe playing a further role once we're further up the pitch as well as an 8, in between an 8 and a 6, creating on the edge of the box, creating from deep, pinging balls over to Reece James, who's making runs in behind, pinging balls over to Cucurella or Ben Chua when they're making runs behind, but precise, long range, clean passing. Now, when it comes to progressive passes, 105 people. He's first in his league for 100 for progressive passes. Something that we might now be seeing at Chelsea Football Club is less of this sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards. No. As long as now players are going to make runs and Enzo Fernandez with the ball at his feet is going to find them. He is that clinical at progressive passing. Transitions forward, quick transitions. This is great. What we need. Now, some of our forwards might be more confident when they start playing with him more. And they go, shit, we're going to get the ball if we make the run now. If we run behind and Enzo's got the ball, he's picking us. That's going to make us more effective. And that sounds fucking stupid, but that is going to make Chelsea more effective on the pitch. Switch of play, 30, and he's number 1. Remember I said to you, being able to adjust and play the balls, timing balls over the top, switch of plays, and then be effective. Very good long-range passer. Very good. With both feet. Inside, outside, whatever you want to call it. He can do it. He can do it. He can do it. On top of all of that, you've got the long passes. Successful long passes, which goes back to what I said. Look, first, 161. And then on top of all of that, look at his passes in the final third. 248. He's first. And all right, it's the Portuguese league. I get all that. Yeah, I understand it. But this is purely about the ability of the player. This is what the player can do. This is why we paid the money we did. Because he is that good. He is A grade. It's only him and De Jong in the world, in my opinion, that can do what they do. This proves it again. This backs it up. This is how good Enzo Fernandez is. And this is why the owners did not want to walk away. They're seeing the vision. The project is slowly having pieces of the puzzles being put together. Eventually, hopefully we'll see ourselves. But now, the bigger test of this all, guys, is Graham Potter. And it might not be this season that Graham Potter gets that test because of where we are. But going into next season, with all the players that we're buying, with another summer where we could buy another midfielder, strong, and then maybe we see a lot of outgoings, which we will do, lots of outgoings, and then maybe potentially strengthening the depth with little bits here and there. Yeah, it's going to be down to him to get his systems ticking. He's going to the pressure kicks in from then. You have the quality, you have the players now. You kick forward. You know, check what's going on. Gem, what's going on? Check CL Merlo. Okay. I'll check CL Merlo for you guys. What are we saying? In the meantime, smash the likes, man. I know we ain't got enough likes. Keep smashing it. It's an Enzo party. It's the hey, yay! You know how to make me, guys. You know how to make me smile, man. You know how to make me smile, and I love it. You know how to make me smile. That is a beautiful picture of my guy Enzo Fernandez on the plane over. He is on his way. He is on his way to the Chelsea. I can't wait for his song, man. I can't wait for his song to be made. Enzo Fernandez is on the plane, chilling with is that his agent? Whoever that is, probably his agent. My player is coming, and I am going to get his kit, but I'm only getting it on the new. Not now. I'm going to get it on the new kit. You know, on the new next season's kit. That's the plan. Enzo Fernandez is already on his way to London, sign his contract with Chelsea along with his agent. There you go, Uriel Perez. The Argentine was bought from Benfica in 121 million euros, and his contract will run out in June 2031. Guys, look at that smile. Look how happy he is. He's got what he's wanted. He's flying over on a private jet. Man is coming. Man is coming. Let's go, guys. Our new number 5. Our new number 5 is on his way to town. Let's get excited. Let's get excited. Anyway, what else did I have? Before we continue going back and forwards with that, let's talk about Hakim Ziyech quickly, because apparently last night he still broke down. And apparently 4 times in a row we sent 3 or 4 different contracts. One which was wrong, one which wasn't signed, something else and something else. And at the end of it, Hakim Ziyech is stuck in the PSG offices and there's no time left. He can't sign. Basically, whoever was left in charge to get this deal done, why 3/4 of the blimmin' board were in Benfica, has fucked it. That don't make us look great. But at the same time, I just really feel for Ziyech, because he don't want to be here. And he's just been given the biggest opportunity by going to PSG. Huge. Huge. And they were paying his wages as well. His 6 million wages or whatever it was. And he got this. Basically, whoever it is that was left behind has fucked it. I want to laugh, but at the same time, I feel bad for him. And now he's got to come back to Chelsea and play out till the summer. And apparently now PSG are never probably going to do a bit of business with us again. Maybe we've closed the door there. Again, I think money does talk. Don't get me wrong. I think Bowley and Egbali can maybe sweeten it up. I know it's quite bad how it all happened, but you got a lot. You got to feel for Hakim Ziyech, guys. You got to feel for Hakim. Chelsea tweeted, did they? You got to feel for Hakim Ziyech, man. The guy just wants to leave. The guy doesn't want to play for Chelsea. Literally, my eyes are getting watered. I turn my fan off and make my eyes go funny. Jesus. Chelsea haven't tweeted. Chelsea tweeted? Oh, they have tweeted. Yeah, they've just tweeted this. I'll bring it up now, actually. But yeah, Hakim Ziyech to PSG, mad one. Off. He's off. In the mud. We fucked it. The Habibi got done. PSG got done. That's what you get for what happened with Hakimi, PSG. Now we're fair. Now we're fair. Racing to Enzo. There we go. There we go, guys. That's the tweet that Chelsea FC have just brought out just now. Racing to Enzo. Enzo Ferrari. As you get it? Enzo Ferrari. Ferrari Enzo. Enzo Ferrari. Ferrari Enzo. So yeah, there's his new nickname. Ferrari Enzo. It's probably going to stick with him now. You know, the crown jewels was what we used to call Jules Koundé before he decided to fuck off to Barcelona. And now it's Ferrari Enzo. You know? Expensive Ferrari Enzo. And you know what he is? He's not just a Ferrari Enzo. He is the fully equipped, limited edition, one of a kind Ferrari Enzo. You can't get. There's only one in the world. Like you can't just go and buy this Ferrari Enzo because there isn't any. It's limited edition. It's fitted out with everything. Like that is what he is. He is a limited edition Ferrari Enzo. Big up to Ads in the house as well. He's saying go and follow our GNAT. We have got a Discord. So if you guys have already got Discord or you haven't got the Discord app, please download the Discord app. This will take you, if you click the link, that will take you directly to the GNA TV group. That's where we're all in there talking after shows. I'm putting up live streams in there for the next days and that. You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the curve. You know when things are going to happen. And yeah, let's grow together, guys. And in the meantime, I did get my wish. In the meantime, this is a wish from me, okay? This is a wish from me. I don't ask for too much from you guys, all right, as a rule. But I will ask you for this one big favour. And there's a lot of people on Chelsea Fan TV as well. There's over 600 people there. Big up to you guys. And welcome to the Enzo party. But I'm going to put this link in the chat. I mean, this will also apply to the GNA TV lot as well. This link here will take you to my page, GNA TV, my channel, okay? I know you guys watching Chelsea Fan TV, and that's fine. You can continue doing that, not a problem. But I am 90 subscribers away from getting to 8,000 subscribers. And I would really like to do that today on the back of Enzo Fernandez signing to Chelsea. Just make my day even more. So if you guys, I'd appreciate it if you guys on the Chelsea fan side, the GNA TV, new people that are there as well, if everyone would just go over there and subscribe to the channel as well. You're watching me on both anyway. You got me on GNA TV, you got me on Chelsea Fan TV. But if you could go over there and subscribe to my channel, I would massively appreciate it because I am literally, like I said, about 90 subscribers away from hitting the 8,000 mark. We're nearly at 10,000 over there. So please, guys, I'd massively appreciate that if you could do that. And big up to every single one of you guys. And we'll keep an eye on that as well as the show goes on. Let's quickly look at this article, and then we're going to talk about we're going to do the transfer review, but we're going to do the transfer review with a panel. The panel is going to come in as well. So there was this article about Todd Bowley, and it goes on to say a genius at juggling transfers, or is he a reckless gambler? Which is what the rivals think, and maybe what the Chelsea fans think on the other occasion. Goes on to say this, quite interesting. Usually January is a quick fix month, as we already know. Chelsea have taken a whole new approach, trying to build a long-term project in 4 weeks. They have bought for the present, but mainly for the future, and attempt to achieve it in one window, what clubs normally attempt to do over the years. Massive risk, because, there's not many... I don't think that anyone in the world of football has ever took the risk that Chelsea are doing, to really go hammer and tong, and really believe in what they're going to try and do. Granted, it could fail in the next 4 or 5 years. We could maybe not be successful, and we have these long-term contracts, and it can be a problem. But I just got a feeling that these owners really are on it and know what they're doing, So time will tell. The question still stands of these owners. But at the same time, for what they've done up to this point now, I think we've got to look at it as a massive tick. No one's expecting them to spend 600 million already. Rivals are crying about it, which makes me even more happy. They have been highly creative and innovative by agreeing astonishingly long contracts to defer the costs, but it is a huge gamble based on the belief that these young players will only increase in value, even though top dollar is still being paid for them. Now, if some of them youthful young talents do not work, let's just say, because we have signed quite a lot, what they will do, and this is the other thing that people keep forgetting, they're not just going to allow them to run out their contracts that they've got for 7 or 8 years. Let's say 3-4 years down the line, they grow in a little bit of value, but maybe just not to the levels that they need to, and we just don't feel that they're going to make it, right? They will still sell them and make some sort of profit on these young boys. I'm telling you. I'm hoping that every single one that we've signed somehow finds his way into the team, and it works. But when you think about these long-term contracts, it doesn't mean we can't sell them. It doesn't mean we've got to wait till the 8th year. We can sell them. Maybe selling them in a point where maybe we make a bit of value on them, but we don't make as much as we thought we would. Do you get what I mean? So at the end of the day, I don't think it's as equally as bad as people say it is. Either Chelsea have swiftly built a team for the future and will reap its rewards, or they have bet the bank and tied themselves to potentially ruinous deals on huge insulated contracts who may clog up places in the squad. Yeah, that is a problem. Your wage structure, You know, then if something don't work in a certain area, you're stuck with players that are there too long, and you want to buy someone else in. What are you going to do? There's only so much you can buy. There's only so much you can maybe balance the books, and I get that. But then, like I said, I think they will somehow find a way to balance it one way to then improve the other, and that's what I think they've brought in this board and this hierarchy. It's going to be on them to do that. Negotiations for the biggest of them always, obviously, Enzo Fernandez and blah, blah, blah. We know all this, right? We know how much he was and whatever. So it goes on to say that took their spending in January to close to 300 million. It's a remarkable total, especially given the 250 million plus committed last summer following the Todd Bowley takeover. The deals for Fernandez and Mudryk are astonishing. The two 22-year-olds' fees far outstrip the numbers of games they have played. Fernandez has just played 29 for Benfica, added to 40 games for River Plate, and 14 on loan for another club. And then you've got, that is just 83 professional games for Enzo Fernandez. So 1.3 million pounds per game. Mudryk has only played 44 appearances for Shakhtar Donetsk and 20 other on loan. Chelsea are paying 88 million for the Ukrainian winger, which adequates. See, this is where they get it a bit wrong. It's 62 million sterling with add-ons. That's the total, but there's add-ons, so it is less. They always overinflate these things. You know, they always make things sound like that. Oh, there's too much, or we're doing this, that, and the other. Then it goes on to say that is a lot of money to risk on potential. Chelsea are betting on youth and are prepared to pay for it. The deals are similar to the signings of a 21-year-old Badashile for 35 million from Monaco at 20 years old. Madueke we bought for 29 million. And then obviously you've got Datro Fofana, who was 10 million, Andres Santos, that was 11 million, and Malo Gusto, which cost us 26.3 million. And that's without obviously the huge commitment to Joao Felix's loan, which cost us 9.7 million as well. It's a lot of money for a loan. I'm still, but you know, we'll see how Joao Felix goes on the next couple of months. It's not just the fees that are extraordinary, it's the lengths of those contracts. Mudryk, Badashile, Madueke have all 7.5 years with an option for an extension for 12 months. Gusto and Fofana have 6.5 years deals. And it goes on to say that Chelsea are clearly backing themselves to have identified the right talent. And then it says it is the last window in which such a long deals can be agreed. FIFA is changing the rules to a maximum of 5-year contracts. It's not a loophole, but an investment, and is taking advantage of the system. Chelsea are paying premium for potential, sweeping up a lot of emerging talents in one window, but they can only do that and pay such fees because for accounting purposes, the cost can be spread over the length of the contract. Yes. And that's why FFP are stopping it, because they don't want Chelsea to take advantage of what is right. It's not actually a loophole. It's not actually a loophole. I just think it's smart business. I just think that they've been very clever with it. I just think it's smart business from the owners. Yeah, they've just found the way into doing it. But you know, it's just really interesting, isn't it? Really, you know, I find that very intriguing. So with Mudryk, he's 88 million, works out 11.7 million a year. If he had signed a 4-year deal, it would have been 22 million a year. So do you see the difference, guys, from Mudryk signing with a 11.7 million a year to now, what he could have been on a 4-year deal, which would have been 22. Look how much more that is. So yeah, Chelsea have tied they hope huge asset down for even longer. But what if Mudryk fails? Chelsea are committed to vast contracts, and moving him, given the size of the deal, might not be easy. Yeah, I get that. They're also backing themselves to have identified the right talent, obviously, to have had for more productive and positive windows last summer when they ended up getting Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Koulibaly. Given that Bowley and co-owners Egbali and their group of investors bought Chelsea for a premium of 2.5 billion, it's hardly surprising they want to do things and how brave or reckless enough to be inventive. Analysis of spending in the January window shows a clear slant towards 18 to 23-year-olds. Overspending on youth has gone to a different level. Chelsea are just given a whole new dimension with a greater risk attached. But also, if it works, if the plan works, reward. And that's the big thing. They are backing themselves. And this is the whole thing of it. They know, they're not stupid. They're not sitting there going, this might not, it's not like they've not thought about the negatives. If we don't, players don't work, we're stuck on long-term contracts, what we're going to do with them. Then, that's always a risk factor. In any business that you run, forget football, there is always a risk factor. It is. That's the truth. But what it is for me is that they back themselves. They're backing themselves on the basis that they feel that the way that they want to run this club, the project, the commercial revenue as well. We've not spoke about the commercial revenue. The commercial revenue, we've got sponsorship deals that need to still be done with new, which we're still not sorted. Which I'm telling you now, I think we'll get a huge deal on, and that will go towards, everything else in the pot. So they will have money coming in. You got, like I said, the commercial revenue is going to be a big thing as well. And it's about Chelsea making Champions League and winning trophies, because by doing that, you win money. Yeah, by doing that, by backing, buying the players, that allows you to do that, doesn't it? So they're strengthening the squad that's very weak, that needs a transition, that needs to be picked up and tipped over, which is what they're doing right now. Yeah. And they're now going and they're just committing to it, hammer and tong, to what they want. Yes, it's a lot of 21 to 23-year-olds that we spent money on, but this is their project. And 6 months ago, we were asking the question, what is it that we're going to do? Are we going to buy for now? Or like, where are we going? What is it? What is their plan? Well, their plan at the moment, from each puzzle that we put together, is getting there. But it's now, it's now showing us that we're looking to the new era, that we have a project. We are thinking about it now. And now it's important still because of the signings of Enzo Fernandez, even Mudryk to a degree. But then you look at all the other players that we've signed, a lot of them are for the future. Look at Santos yesterday, scored again. He's he's on fire. So let's do this transfer review. Let's do this transfer review. Well, here we go, guys. I've got a nice, lovely, beautiful picture of all of the players that we basically signed. That in there. Yeah, so we've got Mudryk, we've got Joao Felix, we've got Enzo Fernandez, we've got Badia Chile, we've got Datra Fofana, we've got man like Madueke, we've got Augusto, and we've obviously got Santos. That is 8 players signed in the January market. That is very limited. That's all in 1 month that we've managed to get all these players. 9 because Melo is on loan. No, but I'm talking about the what we've done now. All right, Melo's coming in the summer, but Nkunku wasn't done in this period. Nkunku was done prior to this, so Melo was done in this window for the summer. Does that make sense? So in theory, we've still struck a deal for him. Couch Critic is in the house. He's here for the Enzo party. He's here to celebrate the 8 beautiful pictures that we've got here at the moment as well. And obviously, we're going to do a transfer review and talk about these players and etc. in a second. But Couch, let's get your thoughts on what was a crazy day yesterday. I know you were more of the calmer ones, I'll say, out of everyone in our groups that we have. So, yeah, what was your thoughts on yesterday and Enzo Fernandez as well?
I mean, pretty fantastic day when you consider. I went into it thinking, like you said, there's no way they were going to go all the way to Portugal, the entire board, and not come away with this player. It was just an indication and a signal of intent. So, if they would have went there and come away with nobody, that would have put egg on everybody's face and would have made us look really, really foolish. So in my head, I was always thinking this is going to get done one way or the other. They're going to get this done. And sure enough, they did. Exciting times. We finally have a player in the midfield that can control the game and, really, really put the passes in that can threaten the defense and whatnot. I think this guy's going to be a special player for us. We haven't had anyone like him in quite some time. I mean, you can make the argument that Fabregas was that sort of like a player for us, but I don't think that Fabregas is as complete a player as Enzo can be. His passing range, his vision, his defensive acumen, all of that stuff when you put it together is exceptional and special. So I'm happy to have him. I think that he's going to be the guy that kind of like glues all these other pieces together. The Mudryks, Felix, all these guys, Madueke, and Nkunku still to come. We haven't even really spoken on that. And Nkunku still to come. It's crazy, right? It's crazy what they've been able to do. And again, hats off to this consortium here. I remember all of the talk when we were about to when they were about to take over. Everyone was like, these American guys coming in? No way. No way. I don't want any of it. I don't want any part of this. Look at what's happening with Man United. Look what's happened with Liverpool. All these teams. And I guarantee you, like, no, everyone that's celebrating all these moves right now, a large chunk of them were the same people that were like berating Bowley and company coming in, taking over this club. So hats off to them persevering, making all the right moves, and bringing excitement back to this club. Like, when was the last time you were really excited about being a Chelsea fan? I mean, sure enough, we won the Champions League in 2021, but that whole year was tumultuous. We went up and down, up and down, up and down the whole time. It ended well, but like, that was a tumultuous time. This is the first time in a long time that I'm actually excited. I can't wait till Friday. I cannot wait till Friday to see this team play, and that's credit to the board.
100%. Before we go into obviously the transfer review and talk about the players, we're also going to do a squad builder going into the next part of the season with the players that we do have now as well. I mean, Winter Surfer, just want to get your thoughts on what was a crazy day yesterday. Obviously, Enzo Fernandez signed as a Chelsea player in the last sort of hours or so. We heard the stories from Fabrizio Romano about how it all transpired, and it sort of died at 8 o'clock and then came back again and whatever. Yeah. So, what was your thoughts on the player as well, and what's your thoughts on the overall window as well?
So let me just say, I just want a piece of advice. Anyone whose team's involved in the last day of the transfer window, if you're in multiple groups, put them on snooze for 8 hours, then you can enjoy your day further. That's what I did. I put every group chat I was in on snooze that involved football. So I didn't have to check every 30 seconds when someone put through a message or so. I checked every couple of hours. So that was good. Just before going to the play, I want to say this. The only thing I want to say is I don't like being involved in last day transfer windows.
Yeah, horrible.
I hope the one thing that this ownership will learn hopefully is that, and they proved it by getting a player, but if you want it, get them as soon as possible. Do you know what I mean? Get them, work the deal out as soon as possible. But this transfer window for me is 10 out of 10. I'll tell you what, it's probably 11 out of 10. I said to you, Jem, I think I said to others, if at the end of the transfer window, they haven't addressed the midfield issue and the right back issue. The midfield's still an issue. They still need to address that more in the summer as well. But at least start addressing that. Then the window's not going to be. It's going to be like a 7 or 8 out of 10. That's gone up now. Okay, I am now telling you right now, I'm going to be more chilled out for the rest of the season. I'm not going to go overboard because basically they've done what they needed to do, and it sounds like they're going to do even more in the summer, or still the same level in the next 2 years. The player himself, the reason I think they've gone for this type of player is because there's not a lot of players like him around right now. Okay, even if he cost 13 million last summer, that's because I don't know why English clubs, like most English clubs, do not do their scouting properly, and then they buy them sort of overpriced later, right? No matter what you think. I don't really care about the transfer fee because it's not our business, really. Do you know what I mean? We paid it. He's going to be good or he's not going to be good. But the player himself looks like, I understand what Couch was saying. He's got a bit of mixture of Fabregas with a bit of steel. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He can go forward. He can stay back. I just hope the forwards know that they can now run forward.
Yes.
And possibly receive a ball to them, either through the middle or over the top.
Because he'll be ineffective if you don't. You know what I mean?
I just want. The thing is, we have to see how this team sort of takes shape, and it's a bit unfair because then you're trying to see this team take shape without Nkunku in it. You know what I mean? And that adds a different dimension because he's a different player to Kai Havertz. I don't care what anyone says. He's a total different player. I think he's got more tools. 100%. He's got more tools. But then it's like, hopefully, if Joao Felix kicks on, then you're talking about adding him permanently in the summer as well. So you add him. I want to see how Sterling gets into this, because if you have now a Mudryk and a Joao Felix, Sterling doesn't have to create or be a creator. He can literally be what he did at City and finish off moves by tap-ins. And I don't care.
I'll tell you what, Sterling's going to love playing with Enzo. I'm telling you that now.
I want to see tap-ins. I just want to see all the goals. That's all. But I think we should be excited. And like you said, I think I said yesterday, the last time I was absolutely through with every deal, or like I could see why they bought them, was 14-15 was the last time I was like, I was risk happy with an entire window.
100%.
So, yeah, it's to be excited. You know what? You know what's even greater? everyone hates us now. I just love it. The villains are always in the movies. The villains are always the best. They have more fun. Okay, they just have more fun. They don't, everyone's crying. Remember 8 months ago? Oh, your sugar daddy's gone. It's not going to be the same. You're right. You know what? You know our sugar daddy's gone, and we got even richer sugar daddies. Okay, that's what happened. We
have more sugar daddies.
But I'm saying,
we have more sugar daddies.
We were billionaires that won a billionaire lottery again. That's what just happened.
Do you know what, Surfer? Don't be shocked, right? Now, what because of what Chelsea are doing with an actual consortium, owners that are actually heavily involved. It's not lie. These owners have been on the front of everything. Don't be shocked if clubs like Liverpool and others that are looking at new owners are looking for a type of consortium that Chelsea have got in terms of the way that they're run and managed and having that kind of money. Because you got to bear in mind, Roman Abramovich was one rich sugar daddy. We've got 3 or 4, and that's without talking about Clear Lake Capital, which is the ultimate, which is
Jem, I want to say Todd Bowley's the face of this consortium, right? And he gets a lot of praise and a lot of negativity and stuff like that. He said he stepped back a couple of weeks ago from all this, right? But what he's done and the rest is put the infrastructure that was so desperately needed for this club for the past 10 to 12 years. Okay, I want to see this Egbali dude is a straight up shark. He's a straight up baller. Who said he wouldn't take no? He did the same for Mudryk, and he's done the same right now. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And so I would, and also, can I just say, if anyone doubts, I think these guys have earned the trust now. If anyone's doubt that a deal's not going to get done until the last minute, do not doubt these guys. Okay, they've earned that. They've earned that right now. For if we're going in for whoever in the summer, you're not going to get him. Don't ever doubt we're not going to
be honest with you. If you're looking at Rui Costa in the face for nearly 24 hours, and that's one ugly fucking face to look at, and then you're persuading him in the hours left, that is, you know what I mean? That Egbali seriously got something about him. Do you know what I mean? But Kai, come on, mate. Tell us about. I know you're as happy as I am with this deal. I mean, it was left to the last minute, hour yesterday. So, what are we saying?
You know me, man. If you know me, you know my favorite position on the pitch is the midfield, man. That's why I've been so depressed watching the guys that we have now. So for me, man, Enzo, even if we just signed Enzo alone, I'll give this window a 9 from 10. Just based on the fact of how good he is. And everybody in Europe, bar the English people, rate him above Jude Bellingham. So I'm happy that he signed, man. Because I really do rate him so high, man. Because the only flaw in his game is his kind of like his short passing, but even that is better than what we have now. So even his flaw is better than what we have right now. So for me, man, everybody, like for me, the Felix signing, the Mudryk signing, those are like top 3 players that can elevate us a level. You know what I mean? And with Enzo, Jim, man, don't get me started, bro. That move, man. Oh my, I've never seen a club like an announcement by Fabrizio to reach 2.5 million views in the space of 15 minutes, man. It was insane.
Yeah, but we're a small club, Kai. We're a small club, remember? We're a
small club that has more.
That was also rivals involved, just hoping that
we have
as well. You know,
we have 12 million more Instagram followers than Arsenal, man, and 10 more Instagram, 10 million more than Instagram and Twitter followers than Arsenal. But you're a small club, yeah, man. It is what it is.
Jim, I've been streaming with Kai like for over 2 years. I've never seen him more animated. Like, look at this tweet. Look at that tweet,
bro. I cannot, bro. I'm gassed, man. Because I wanted us to get a midfielder, man.
Because I know, but it's not just a midfielder though. It's the type of midfielder. Like the way this guy plays the football, the way the guy sees the game is so
much
direct.
grace as well, man. Yeah,
he wants to be a direct passer, like into most threatening areas of the pitch. We just haven't seen anybody like that in so long. Like somebody that actually wants to attack directly, plays the game at a tempo that affects the way defenses play.
But Couch, you know this over the last few seasons, the reactions to when Mendy caught that catch, that remember when he caught his catch in his first game, and the crowd were like, oh, because they hadn't seen Kepa catch for like a season, right? The way at Fulham, the way Joao Felix just turned someone and set up on a pass, the away fans went, oh, the way Mudryk did a spin at Anfield. This guy I tell you, you're going to get the same reaction. This guy puts in a through ball over the top, right? Everyone's going to go, and it doesn't have to end with a chance over it. Everyone's going to go, oh, like they're seeing light for the first time in 5 years.
I'm just going to love the idea that the fact that we're actually going to be, and I showed you this. I don't know if you were watching, but I showed the stats earlier of Enzo Fernandez, and he was first in every area pretty much.
Yeah, he's elite, man.
one of the biggest ones.
than again,
One of the
more
biggest
than
ones
just
that got me was the when we transitioned to the progressive passing, and something that we have been suffering from so much is watching sideways backwards shit football. This guy, he's not thinking that. He's getting the ball and he's going. You know, this is what we need. We need this.
But
And the
like
thing is,
Andrew,
the stats aren't deceiving as well. When you actually
Yeah.
watch him play the game, he's effective
no.
every single
He's
game.
right.
Yeah.
It's not a deception. Like if you looked at Bruno Fernandez's stats, right, you think he's one of Man United's greatest players, right? But when you actually watch him play the game, he's a bit brain dead with how he actually plays. But with Enzo,
We got a
and you
better
see how
Fernandez.
he actually plays, this guy was the perfect signing that we needed in that midfield. And
yeah,
just in
exactly.
terms of like actually rating, I don't know, Kai, you done with your point? Sorry, before I go in.
No, the only point that I had, like, it's what the just to kind of follow up on what Andrew said, man. It's like we have been on that level of standard of like how we viewed football for the last 2 or 3 years, where, to the point where we had no technical ability in our team, or dribbling, to the fact that we've seen what Modric and Felix can do, and now Enzo just shows that we settled for so low, man, for the last 3 or 4 years, which is one of the reasons why I'm happy that we're finally getting an overhaul.
Kai, we
We're
might
finally
actually see
seeing that level, man.
Kai, we might actually see counter-attacking football.
No, but I don't think people are actually. I don't think people.
That is
believe in
alone,
it,
man.
right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have Enzo Fernandez on the ball, looking forward, and Mudryk with his speed running in behind, and he's just gonna be picking them, like ping, ping.
Bro,
ping.
we're finally
But I don't
dangerous
think
of
people
transition
realise.
again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We finally dangerous
It's
of
gonna be
transition again.
mental. It's gonna be. And
Yeah, go
Madway.
ahead, Dan. Go ahead, Dan. Sorry again.
But Dan, what you saying, man? Let's go, Don.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? Like on this stream, I said it. It was a solid 5 for me if we didn't get a midfielder in. This has gone up to a 10 for me. Like this signing is gonna absolutely transform the whole team, especially the midfield.
You a 9 for
completely.
a Jorginho though. Jorginho's left. Oh no, Jorginho's gone.
Nah. Do you know what? I was with Jorginho leaving. I didn't mind getting rid of this guy. I didn't mind getting rid of Jorginho, but it's just a shame that he's gone to Arsenal because we know how their fan base is, right? As soon as if they do win the league, we're not going to hear the end of it. Oh, Jorginho, he's come over here, he's won the league, this, that. It is where it is. But in terms of what's really impressed me about the players that we've brought in is how we've gone about and done it. With Mudryk, everyone expected this guy to go Arsenal. Chelsea, we've come out of nowhere. They've flown out there. You're coming back with us. Got that wrapped up quick. Felix, I kind of expected him to go either United or Arsenal as well. I didn't expect us to go in for him. Again, injuries played a big part, but how quickly we got that wrapped up. With Badiashile, that's a good signing. Again, if you can see he's come in straight away, he's improved our defense. With Gusto, again, like I said before, the old regime would have never loaned this guy back. They would have gone for someone else. They're like, do you know what? Long term, this is a guy that we've actually identified. This is the profile we need behind Reece James. Let's leave it. And, you know, in terms of the fee that we paid for him, how much did we pay for him? Like 30 million euros or something like that? Something small like
Enzo?
that. With Gusto.
Oh, Gusto is 26.3 million with 4 additional added on.
There we go. So how we
26.3.
got that deal sorted out for the summer, preparing that. And then with Enzo, just how we've gone in there, and Igbali again not giving up. Over 12 hours negotiating to get this deal wrapped up. And like Fabrizio said, this deal nearly collapsed at 8 p.m. yesterday. And we've gone out of this deal by paying 40 million in installments. Do you know how amazing that is? I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this. I knew Todd Bowley before he came in. I could see from the videos and just the research I did, this guy's really ambitious. He loves to win. A lot of the Americans that I spoke to before as well, they said, look, with the LA Dodgers, this guy completely transformed it. And yesterday in the Space Gym, I'm sure, I forgot his name now, but he mentioned that they've won 4 titles in 7 years or something like that, the Dodgers, or something like that. So I knew he was going to come here and spend.
No. They won the league title every year. They won the champs, I think, once.
Sorry, Hassan.
Mad.
For me, it's more.
Yeah.
It seems to me like in the UK, what he's trying to do is make a Galactical type of team in the UK.
Yeah.
It just seems like every position he's looking for star-studded talent. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what it is,
I'm
Coach?
just saying,
He's trying to do what he did at Dodgers. He basically built a footballing brain for them, a baseballing brain. Get the biggest talents, the biggest prospects, see which ones work on, ship out the ones that don't, basically build a Galactical. And I think our Dodgers, because I've studied it quite well, they won what is the equivalent of their league title every year, and they won like the Champions League once, which was like in
so
2020.
basically, he's a very serious biz owner, along with Egbali.
Yeah, he's basically Abramovich with
You
financially.
can have all the money in the world, but if you're not ambitious and you don't put the right people in charge of the recruitment team and the scouting
Look
network,
at Man United.
it's not going to work. Look at Man
I think
United,
we-
exactly. Look at the Glazers and look who they've
I
got
think-
upstairs.
I
These
think,
guys
though,
are serious people, man.
I think a big shout out to Secret Scout who actually.
Oh yeah, big shout out actually.
Posted
Yeah,
that was at 9:30, and that's what is it? Rob JP Journalism also said he was speaking to a contact that the deal was actually done at 9:30 p.m. last night before it was announced. Also, I just want to say it's like I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, that was that was it. But also, it's like I just don't. We should just be excited for the future.
Oh mate, you can't not be excited for this. This is. I'm telling you now. This
also,
this,
Jem, I think they're going. Oh, Rui Costa is a tough negotiator. I got a theory that the Benfica board stepped in sometime yesterday and for
It was literally apparently Enzo was begging as well as the board was pressuring.
I also think some board members stepped in and said, "What are you doing? We got them to 120 million euros, right? We got them to what they're doing, what you've asked them for, whether it's in installments or not. We're going to get that money, right?" And I think they stepped in at the end. All this like he was waiting to the last minutes. I think they got like told to accept it in the end because there was no we reached exactly what they wanted. It was just the amount of installments. And yesterday, about after the deal was announced, I think Kai was there as well. Remember Kai when they said like I don't know if he's still there, but Kai they said, "Oh, we're going to pay in 3 installments." Was the first report.
Smoke and mirrors, man. Smoke and mirrors,
right? And it's like, I'm just grabbing. We're paying 40 million up front, and they still owe. Is it River Plate or something? River Plate like 30 million euros from this deal as well. So if you actually deep it, how much we've actually spent, not the deals it is, but how much we've actually spent up front, I think is it near about 120 million pounds or something, or just over 100 million pounds on what we're paying up front. So
and Andrew, don't forget we were also offering the tax money as well. We were offering 105 plus tax.
Because I think we paid even a bit more than 120 million. So it was like 121 and
it's 121. It's like
121 million euros. Yeah.
So it's just that's what I said. Don't whenever we're going for a player, don't if people reports no, they will never get them. Trust me, these guys are a dog with a bone. Do you know what I mean? They will not.
You know what?
Up.
This is going to be a vital period now for who stays and who goes.
Yeah.
Players like Havertz, jury's out. Jury's out now. You have to show us what you can do. Because like I said a few streams ago, no one can really tell me what his best position is. He's got better players around him now. There's no more excuses for Kai Havertz. I don't want to hear no more excuses. Mount needs to step up. I think Mount will definitely step up. I think at the moment it's just a bit. He's not confident. He will step up with better players.
Where is he going to play though? What's his
there isn't really a role for him if you think about it. There's no way he starts ahead of Felix in that 10. There's no way he starts ahead of Felix in that 10. He's not going to play in the double pivot. He's not going to play on the wing now. He's not going to get in. But this is what we wanted. This is what we want. I think Mason's going to be good. It's an option from the bench. It's energy. It's a bit.
Is he going to take it though? He's still
it doesn't matter.
Quest to 300.
Do you know what? If he gives angry eyes, I couldn't give a raging doodah at this moment in time.
I mean, he's got Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool knocking.
If people, it doesn't matter. If people are balling, if you're not balling, you're out. That's what I want now Potter to do is to step up and actually, you know what? The new signings, no. The next 5 months of everyone who's been there for the previous 4 years. Now it's time for you to see if you can step up. If you're not, you step off. And
that's
it.
Guys, I've got something quite funny to watch quickly for us as well. In the group chat, I've got to pull it up. Over 1,000 people here right now. Get them likes up. Nearly 1,100 people in the chat. Big up to you guys as always. Get the likes up. Subscribe to GNAT. We're on the road to 8K. We need 50 more subscribers today, and we make it to 8K subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe as well to both GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV. But let's watch this and laugh because they're so salty, these rivals. Let's watch this together.
Oh yeah, this was when we got sanctioned, wasn't it?
Save the bridge! Save the bridge!
Save the bridge! Save the bridge!
Save the bridge!
Save the bridge!
Save the bridge! Save the bridge! Save the bridge! We need to save the bridge! Yo, big man,
save the bridge!
Roman Abramovich and them, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yo, fam, they need peace, fam. They need the pounds, some dollars. We'll take some Ugandan shillings, fam.
Save the bridge!
What mugs? What mugs? What idiots?
I love
What,
it. I love
are
it.
they doubting us?
No, just drink it in,
They
fellas.
doubt
Just
us.
drink it in, man.
They're so dumb. They're so needy. They're so needy to the fact that they've looked above and realised that this team, Chelsea, have dominated for so long. It's like, this is it. We've been waiting for this time. This is the moment. And then what happens? But Roman Abramovich again, mate, balls out. He points a consortium that is literally spending money out their asses, and now they're all sitting there again. Actually, we should be doing that to Arsenal now because they can't even put 5 million.
I thought it's ironic. Expressions as a Spurs fans asking for money. I thought that was ironic, man. That's all. Knowing how they cut Spain's.
Yeah, let's go to AJ quickly. Come on, AJ, what you got to say? You're muted. I think I can't hear you, bro. You muted or something's wrong with your mic? Something wrong with your mic, mate. Maybe come out, come back in. It sometimes does that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
There we go.
He did it to me.
First of all, big up everybody, big up the chat. Get Jem to that 8K for real. I don't have much to say, you know. I knew we was getting it done, man. I knew we were getting it done. Jem, we've been talking about this for like 3-4 months now. It's been a long time. I was on stream yesterday. I said we're getting it done. I only said that because I didn't see us selling Jorginho and not having another midfielder come in. It would have been crazy almost, you know. It would have been almost crazy, but I'm glad we got it done. You know, Bowley got it done. The chat was doubting Bowley when Bowley first took over. Our fans was doubting Bowley. You know, it wasn't just the rivals; it was our fans as well. A lot of these people in the chat right now, you guys were doubting Bowley. So, you know, just change your perspective a little bit. But I mean, really quickly, I'm just happy we got him. We needed that type of player, a Fabregas type of player. We haven't had that type of player since Fabregas. So hopefully we get some goals and assists and some nice through balls like consistently, you know. And I just hope we get a DM to play next to him, and then I think we're really on the way. But besides Enzo, I think the window, I'll give the window like a 9.5. I think they did well.
Oh, yeah. This is the next bit we're going to do quickly because obviously I want to go into like a FIFA builder as well, and we'll do that in a second with views lot. But let's just quickly go through each of the signings that we've made in January and just rate them. I mean, it's hard to rate because we don't know how they're going to play, but in terms of position, in terms of system, profile, a bit of everything, money as well, how much we paid for him. I want you to take into consideration pretty much everything in and around the player, the profile, the money, the structure, everything. So we'll start with Mudryk. Obviously, we got a bit of a cameo from him at Liverpool, and this is meant to be him unfit because he didn't kick a ball since November. So, you know, exciting from my perspective, direct when it comes to profile, driven ability. In terms of how much we paid for him, slightly on the higher side, in my opinion, but you know, we got it done. We got it done. We got it done. So for me, in terms of the overall package, I'd probably say an 8.5 for me out of 10. What are you saying, Coach?
We're talking about Mudryk?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. This guy's crazy. Are you kidding me? You can't tell, like, just his sheer pace alone is frightening. Like he has the tools now to threaten any defense. You know, his close control, his touch. He's got to work on his finishing a little bit, but like 2-footed, bro. This guy, I don't know.
Early doors, though. I mean, remember,
it's early doors. Of course, it's early doors, but like in the end, he has the right sort of mentality as well. It's not just about like his, you know, his physical stature and what he can do on the pitch, like physically, like his mentality. This guy's in the gym every day, like lifting weights, like, trying to improve himself, trying to get better. You see him taking shooting practice like well after the game, you know, well after training's over and working on 2 feet there. Like he's got an elite mentality, you know, and to secure him for 62 million pounds with add-ons if we win the Premier League and the Champions League, bro, that's a 9 easy, man. Easy 9.
All right. Fair enough. Winter Surfer, what's your quick rating on this one, mate, as well?
Yeah, he looks exciting. I mean, on about the attack and everything, he worked both sides of the game against Liverpool. He tracked back, he was tackling, stuff like that. Looks very exciting. He's got quick feet. like I say, it's exciting. The pace will be there, and that was him after not paying for about a month or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Like I said, people going about the money paid for him. It doesn't really matter. It's what you're worth what someone's willing to pay in the end. So yeah, I think it should be exciting. It'll be both sides now. I'm just thinking about it. If it's Chilwell, Cucurella, if it's Reece James and whoever, don't have to think about being overloaded and attacking a lot, right? Which means that Reece James won't get injured a lot, okay? Because we've also got a replacement for him. We'll talk about him later. But I think it's exciting. He's an exciting player. I mean, I got to be honest with you, Jem. Apart from a few Champions League appearances, I'd never really seen him. I'd only heard of him because of Arsenal. Arsenal were twerking for this guy so much. Do you know what I mean? So, hey, it's all good, man. We got him. He's ours. Let's move on and let's see what he can do.
I hear you, Kai. What are you saying? Quick rating for Mudryk. What do you reckon?
Man, I think he's like a really good player. You can see from his pace, the fact that he's 2-footed, his technical ability made us question the players that play for us, and that's a good sign, right? Like that's a good sign. When we watched him play, we were like, okay, well, what we've been watching for the last 3 years, right? The fact that he's very committed, he's always in the gym, like Critique said. He looks up to Cristiano Ronaldo. He wants to be the best. He works hard to be the best. He even apparently takes time after he finished training just to stay with his personal coach and train. And for me, that's the attitude that we needed at Chelsea for a long time, man. So therefore, man, with of course, things could turn,
south.
Like horrible. Yeah, it could turn south or whatever. But based on what I've seen from him, man, and my, my opinion about him, I think he's a 9 from 10, man, because I think he's a very good winger who can dribble, something we don't have. He is technically very good as well, and he's 2-footed, something that we didn't have since Hazard, man. I know it's a lot of pressure to put on him, man, being in with compared to Hazard, but I think he's a really good player, man. I can't wait to see him again, man. I'm looking forward to Friday just because I want to watch him, man. So
I hear you, bro. I hear you. So everyone's quite excited with this one. But remember, obviously we talk about the profile and that's perfect. So we know that we're going to put it, but it's also from like the business standpoint as well, from how we've got it done as well. So
we got him for 60 mil plus 40 with add-ons if he reach everything. If we reach everything, it's like Premier League stuff like that. So it could be not triggered, man. So it's based on add-ons, just how much faith we put in him and how much the club is willing to receive. So the fact that they agreed to him, the fact that the club that we bought him from agreed to those terms just shows you how much faith they have in him themselves, because they're not going to get paid if he doesn't reach those.
We didn't stick a Ballon d'Or clause in there like Arsenal tried to do.
They included the Champions League clause, bro. They think Shakhtar was born yesterday. All they need is Wikipedia, bro, to know that these guys weren't even close to the Champions League for the last fucking 100 years, man. So
Don, quick one.
Do you know what? I'm giving it a 10 for 3 different reasons. So the first reason I'm going to give it a 10 is because I was actually at Anfield when Mudryk made his debut, and if you just felt the whole away end every time the ball was going towards him, or when he would actually get on the ball, it's just a different type feeling. And I've got a strong feeling that we didn't really get that since Hazard days. We've been starved of that. So the ability is there; it's clear to see. And my second reason I would say as well is the fact that we've actually taken him away from Arsenal. Because honestly, I think he would have definitely started to play ahead of Martinelli. I think he's a better player overall than Martinelli from what I've seen of him. Again, I didn't watch him for Shakhtar, but just looking at them as footballers, I do think Mudryk is the better option. And honestly, I do think they would have wrapped it up if they got him. It would have been so peak if Mikel got his hands on him. And then the third reason I would say as well is the fact that it's a good deal, and he's on what, less than 100k a week, something like that. So you don't see that in this day and age, and you can see that the wages are being brought down for a lot of these players that are coming in. I'm not sure how much Enzo's on, that hasn't really been reported, but a lot of these young players that are coming in, we've got that wage structure now where we're sort of bringing it down, and we're not going to be paying ridiculous amounts for them. So I'd say a solid 10 for me for those 3 reasons.
I hear you. What are you saying, AJ?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with the panel. I think Mudryk was a 10 out of 10 because just the characteristics he brings to the team in the attack. He's direct, he's dynamic, he's strong, he could finish, he could create for himself. He has an eye for a pass, he could link up. So I think he brings a lot to the attack that we were missing. And he has that strength that he has as an X factor, and I think it's gonna really prove to be a difference, later in the season. So I'll give Mudryk a 10.
What about you, Hassan? Hassan?
I have to give him a 10, to be honest. When we signed him, I'm not gonna lie, comment sections don't kill me. I was very skeptical of the deal. I thought he was gonna be one of them players where he was just gonna be overpriced, a bit of techie, a bit of this, bit of that. But honestly, yeah, I think he's gonna shut me up very, very quickly and very fast. I think it's gonna be one of them deals the way Mendy was for us when I was skeptical of him. He's very direct, very quick, and he's very technical, and he's just way, way better than our players are right at the moment. And I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet because I've not seen too much of him, but behind the scenes, what I'm hearing, and stuff like that, it's gonna be a very exciting signing, and I think he can go all the way. And this is just based on what I've seen. I mean, I do hold my reservations of a lot of these players over long term, but that's just normal. And they'll shut me up and let me be their fans when the day comes. But I do give him a 10, honestly.
Okay.
And that's just all I've seen.
What about Joao Felix then? Let's quickly try and fly, because we're going to be here all day. Let's try and fly through these with a quick bang wide at 10. Yeah. So, look, at the beginning, I was skeptical of him. People know this. I wasn't 100% sure about how he was going to work and how he fits in and all this stuff. And I get it. Obviously, I saw him against Fulham. I thought he was decent. I thought his link-up play was very good. I still don't think he's someone that scores a lot of goals, which worries me a bit. However, if he's doing other things in and around the system that then we benefit from, and I'm talking about the link-up play, the directiveness, the speed to get him behind, have that sort of element of creativity to him, which people say is one of his strengths. He could be an exciting one. Whether or not Chelsea are going to keep him on is another question. But I think it's going to be a very big couple of months for him, especially now he's missed the first 3 games. I think he's really just got to hit the ground running and show us what he can do, especially around some of the players that we've got now. So for me, I'll probably hold a reservation of probably around, you probably disagree with me, probably a 7 or a 7.5. But again, I'm just not too sure with him still. I need to just wait, in my opinion. That's what I'm going to say. So I'll pass it on to Couch, because I know you've got a Couch loves him. But
open your eyes, man. What's going on, man? Take those hazard goggles off, man. Watch this guy play.
My reservations of him are of what I have watched of him in the past, and I've not really been that impressed with him. So I need to see more of him, is what I'm saying. So
that's his own. I mean, this is quality on the ball is enough for me. Like, this guy's touch, technique, his pace, his vision, all the things that I like to see in a number 10. This is what this. I know there's different types of number 10s. You have the shadow strikers, the guys that like to, dovetail off of the main number 9. You have the guys that like to be the creative force in the final third. The guys that want the ball all the time, demanding the ball to make the final move, to make the decisions in the final third. This is what I think Joao Felix is for me. I think he's a true number 10. A guy that you get on the ball in that final third, he's going to make something happen for you. He's going to make something happen. So I like him. I like him a lot. These are the types of players I like, though, to be honest. So I'm going to give it an 8 just because it's not really a permanent deal, and there's no guarantee that it is. It's just a loan. And, until we secure him, it's not really something that we can really look forward to going forward.
This is fun. I don't know, man. I didn't spot Enzo Fernandez. I'll tell you that. Yeah. It is what it is. Everyone's got it. This goes down to again preferences, doesn't it, and opinions. And like I'm up for being proved wrong. If he works and he looks amazing, and we look in the system, I'll be like, yeah, he's all right. He has got that. But I'm just saying I need to see it. That's all. I want to see him do more for us, and he hasn't been able to give us that give us that view yet. So let's just see. We've got another 2 more in it. So what we'll do here, guys, because otherwise we're going to be sitting here explaining each player for about half hour. We're going to be here until 6 o'clock. Let's just kind of fly through a quick bang rate on the player, and then we'll go into the squad builder, and then we'll muck around with that. So go on then, Winter Surfer, what are you saying?
8.5. I know he's not prolific, but it's a big improvement, a huge improvement of what we've been saddled with for the past 3 years. So 8.5 for me, like you said, it's not like anything higher because it's still a loan at this moment in time. So 8.5.
Yeah. Kai?
For me, man, if it wasn't a loan, it was a permanent transfer, which I think it will be a permanent transfer. But I'm not gonna go give a rating based on what I think. I think if it was permanent, I would give him a 10. But because it's a loan, I would give him an 8 because I think there is nobody in his age as good as connecting the attack with the midfield that I've seen. I think he's that good, man. I think Felix is one of those players that connect the midfield and the attack, and nobody can do it as well as he did if we give him the tools. And in Atletico, he didn't have the tools, but you could still see those moments, man. Put any of our players in that Atletico team, and they would fucking struggle, man. I'm telling you, man. Jim, trust me, man. This guy is the real deal.
I'm trusting you guys.
8.5.
It seems
8.5,
like,
man.
yeah, it seems like I'm going to be completely outed here by everyone because everyone's back and loves this guy. But Don, what are you saying?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say solid 8 as well. Similar reasons as Couch. With me, I love my 10s to be flary, quite unpredictable. Imagine Odegaard with these players that we've got right now. Do you know what I mean? That sort of profile. Only thing with Felix is finishing. His finishing doesn't look great, but he is quite young. He's 23 now, so he's only gonna get better. And if it clicks, like I said, we're gonna have a hell of a player. And I don't see it being a problem keeping him. So I'd say solid 8 for me.
Go on, AJ, Enzo, AJ, Ferrari, Enzo.
Now Felix, I was skeptical as well. It's hard for me to give a number, so I especially with that red card. But I do think if you just watch that first 60 minutes, you see the difference that he makes. The movement, the passes that he chose, the shots, the accurate crosses. Right to Kai's foot in the box. So I think it was a great loan. I hope we could sign him because it would tie the attack together. So I'd say it was a positive move. That's what I'd say.
Cool. Hassan?
I was gonna say it's the same as what others have given him, 8 out of 10. I was like you, Jim, a lot skeptical of him, a lot of criticism. But I do think he is better than Havertz. I do think he's better than a lot of talks. Because what's it called? Just gonna keep it short and sweet. It's just not much I've seen. I need to see a little. But what he's doing, he's way better than our talks. And that's all I'm going to say. Besides that red card, and this is me putting my gender's criticism of him away, and that's it. So 8 out of 10 for me.
Jim's disrespecting Felix here. Oh God, it's cried baby time. Get your dummies out. What we're saying, Habibi, he should not be here. Fucking PSG. What do you want to say, Ziyech, blimmin' lover? What's going on?
Tell you, mate, solid 8.5. Serious player, man. Someone I've always wanted, and you saw a Fulham serious player, man. So 8.5.
Straight up. Forward. What are you saying, Joao Felix? Are you feeling him, or are you a bit like me on the skeptical side of it?
Well, first and foremost, what's up, everybody? Happy Enzo Day. Big up Chelsea, innit? Biggest club in London. Soon to be Premier League champions, but we move in silence and we keep it moving. But yeah, listen, with Felix again, similar to you, Jem. Like, I was skeptical about the signing mainly because we had Nkunku coming in the summer, so I didn't really know how the two of them work in the same squad. But the fact that we signed him on a short-term deal, I did like because it gives Potter an opportunity to work with that profile of player before Nkunku comes in. It also gives Felix a chance to show us if he's worth the money that we're going to likely invest in him. So I like it for all those reasons. It improves our attack. It improves what we're going to be watching on a week-to-week basis. So I do like that a lot. So I'll probably give it a 9 just because on a short-term deal, it's as good as we could have got anywhere in the market.
100%. Okay, cool. I hear you, bro. I hear you. Enzo Fernandez, short answer. I'm not going to explain it. I've done it for the last fucking 3 weeks, what I think of him before we even signed him. I'm going to give him a 20 out of 10. That's it. I don't want to say anymore. 100 out of 10. Whatever you want to say, that's my boy there. Like, that's all I've got to say. Couch, what do you say?
I'm going to say 9 just because
9.
We paid overs. We did pay overs, but
yeah, I forgot about that.
The actual signing itself is fantastic.
Yeah, Fairs. Winter server.
I'm going to be shameless. 28,000 out of 10. I just like to say we needed him. He's a pro. When you think of our fans keep saying we want the midfield to get the ball to the striker. He's the prototype player they're talking about. Like I said, good moving forward and good at the back. For me, outstanding. Don't care about the price either. It's all good.
All right, cool. Kai, I ain't got to ask you if I don't know why I'm asking you, but yeah, Kai.
For me, For me, Enzo, 10 for 10, man. This guy, when I watch him play football, make me question my if I'm fucking straight or not, man. That makes me bi-curious watching this guy on the ball, man. He's so agile on the ball, man. His first touch, his technique, like he's two-footed. Him on the ball, man. He is basically Mason Mount with a footballing brain, bro. This guy is so fucking good, man. I would give him a 10 from 10, man. Easy 10, man. I love Enzo, man.
Without having thrown that little slide dig at man on the way, typical Kai. Don, what you saying?
No, I'm definitely giving it 10 out of 10. We've seen what players like Partey have done to Arsenal's midfield. Players like Casemiro have completely changed the midfield. Enzo's going to have that same sort of, it's going to affect our midfield the same way, affect our midfield the exact same way, in my opinion. So for what we needed right now and how we're trying to play going forward, the sort of attackers that we've got, we couldn't have got anyone better, man. So for me, 10 out of 10.
Cool. What we're saying, hey Jay Enzo?
I'd say I'm with Couch. I didn't like the price, but I'd say it was a 9.8 out of 10, just because this guy is the ideal midfielder for Chelsea. We've been crying for this type of player for like 5 years or so. So I'm just gonna go 9.8 because the pricing is a little too much, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Hassan.
Sorry about that. I'm just a
Hello.
bit busy. Passing on to someone else. 1 second.
Okay, cool. What are you saying, Habibi? Ziyech?
Yeah, 400 million out of 10, bro. I'm sorry. I'm not having anything else. Someone at that age, in the position we needed, so like for years. And I'm sorry, I said it yesterday. I've never seen a midfielder who's so complete at his age. It's unbelievable how complete he looks for someone that's only 22. So yeah, and the price, it is a bit high, but at the same time, we got to give credit to Bowley and Bali for how they've structured it over 6 installments, and then they start money anyway. So, and we're rich, so who gives a shit? You know what I mean?
Forward. Come on, my man. Enzo Fernandez is a Chelsea player. What are we saying?
Listen, bro, you know the talks we've had about this guy, man. Like, for me, when it comes to signings, like, money is important in terms of how much we spend, getting the right value for money, this, that, the other. That's all well and good, but when you're talking about your A1 target, like the one of one, best in the market available, and you go and get him, no matter any of the means that you go and get him, it's automatically a 10 out of 10 for me. I don't care about the money. The fact that we got him locked down on a long-term deal, and he solves a problem that we've had for so many years. It's automatically a perfect signing. So I'm glad he's here, and we're gonna win a lot of trophies with this guy, man. So I can't wait.
Do you know what makes me happy about the signing of Enzo as well is the fact that he played a big part in us actually pushing for the move.
Yes.
So he wants to be a part of this project. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No one can say, "Oh, he's only here for the money." We've seen that with United; they've had top players come over there, even though they've been underperforming for the money. But Enzo, it sounds like he's sort of bought into the project. He pushed for the move. So yeah, he played a big part in us.
No,
us
that's a great point. That's a great point because a lot of people would have you believe that Chelsea aren't that desirable club to go to right now. Like even Rui Costa talking about how why would you go to Chelsea when there'll be other big teams going in for you? And even I thought about it like, listen, if Real Madrid coming in the summer or PSG, then we can maybe tap him up and get him to go there above us. But the fact that Enzo was so adamant that he wants to come to us and he wants to come to us right now.
He wanted a Premier League move as well.
That's amazing to me. Like that's amazing to me. That makes the
I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised if Crespo spoke to him because Crespo managed him at River Plate.
Listen, we got a lot of links. Crespo, like we got David Luiz, Ramirez, Raul Morelos,
Higuain.
I'll be honest with you. Why he decided to come was because of me. He's seen a lot of me on.
Also, Jem, like a lot of people that could have tapped him up.
Jim messaged him good morning every day, bro. Jim sent
I did. If you look at my Instagram,
Buenos dias.
Jem, Mbappe next year. Mbappe next.
Yeah, all right. I'll make sure I'll get that one in as well. Mbappe's next. All right, let's go on to Badiashile. I'll go on to Badiashile. Look, quickly. I've been quite impressed with him for the short time that we've seen him. He's actually surprised me. You look at the value for him, 35 million. It's not even that bad. But to come in and make Koulibaly look fucking, I don't know. Like he looks a lot better than Koulibaly. That's what I want to say. Looks a lot more in control. Doesn't panic. Good on the ball technically. He's physical as well. And he's quick and he's tall. He brings in. I was at his first game actually at Palace, and in the second half, he must have won about 10 or 15 headers from crosses. Something that we actually are usually quite great. He was just in the middle of it, just going dong, 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 and just sending it away. And that's for me, it's just like all important things. You know what I mean? But yeah, look, I'm excited for Badiashile. The only question with him is the consistency side of it now. Can he be consistent and can he hold his place and can he show us you know, that he can help, you know, that he can be a vital player moving forward for me. So I'll give him an 8.5 from what I've seen him at the moment. I think he's been very good. Couch?
Yeah, same. I question foot speed. I don't know if he's actually as fast as we actually think he is, but yeah, a lot of the things you said is true. I think that his on the ball, his composure on the ball and whatnot, and the identification of where to play the ball is excellent. Like he's taken a lot of risks.
Someone hasn't come back
successful at it a lot of the time, but I'm just not sure about foot speed, to be honest. I'm not quite sure that he has the pace to play a high line, but you know, he's certainly exceeded my expectations when we first saw him. When we first bought him, I was like, whoa, what is this guy? Who is he? But you know, he's nice on the ball, good composure, picks right passes. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5 right now, just because I haven't seen enough to go beyond that.
I hear you. Is Winter Surfer on the phone? I think he might still in.
No, I'm here now. Sorry.
Okay. What are you saying? Betty Sheila, has he impressed you so far?
I think he might be the steal of the transfer window for us. About 35 million euros, 21 years old, left-footed centre-back. And he's been impressive in his first couple of games. But for me, it's an 8 because, like you say, he's come in and I know Koulibaly hasn't set the world alight, but he's come in and looked comfortable beside Thiago Silva. He's built for this league physically. The French people, defenders coming to the French league, are built for this league physically. So for me, it's an 8 and a very good signing. So.
Bye.
For me, I'm gonna be honest, man. When I first saw him, I was like, this guy, he looks like a preset on FIFA, man. Like he's one of those players who don't have a face. I was like, who is this guy? I don't know who he is. But when I watched
default faces.
Yeah, default face, exactly, man. You create a character, that's what I thought. Like, who's this guy, man? But when I watched him play, he's so fucking composed, man. Like he is really, really composed, man. Like, and for the price, I don't think we could have done a better deal. You know, for me, his passing is also very good on the ball. Like his heading, like you said, Jim, on the duel, he's very, very good, man. I'll give him easily an 8.5, man.
There you go. I hear you. AJ? Sorry, Don.
Yeah.
Go on, Don.
Oh, yeah. No, I'll give him a solid 8 because remember the conversation we had, Jem. I asked you about how he was at the Fulham game and how you described what I saw at Anfield as well. So composed, man, and I feel like we're building this little French group at the moment. So for me, yeah, I'll definitely give it a solid 8. He's come in. He's shown Koulibaly up, who has a lot more experience than him. So for me, yeah, solid 8.
Yeah, go on then, AJ. Sorry, mate.
I think I go with around an 8, 7.5, 8 right now too. What I really like is he was like a product of like the scouting system, you know, like the new scouting system that we've brought in. So the pricing was good, the talent is there, you know, the potential is there. So I really like that part of it, you know. And on top of that, the past 2 games that he's played, I think we kept a clean sheet, or he's definitely been impactful in, you know, defending the goal. So, and on top of that, his passing into midfield is great. So I think it was an 8. I'd go with an 8 out of 10.
Hassan?
I think for me, I think he's an 8.5. I think for Buddy Shield, the report sounds really, I think he's one of them high risk, high reward type of players. And I feel for Koulibaly, I just think that Koulibaly is one of them players that'll take a season to adapt and settle in. But yeah, I think he's taken the spot quite well. He's hitting the ground running. He's been quite impressive so far. And I would love to see a lot more games from him. And
not only Koulibaly, right? Look at what's his name? Fofana as well is coming back, man. So Koulibaly and Fofana both have challenge, man.
True.
Yeah, this is what we want. We want a good headache. And I'm just excited, man. This feels like the old Chelsea where we had a decent bench and a decent squad as well, man. It's not like the old regime where we'd go for someone like the old regime would have gone for Gvardiol and then they'd panic buy someone as centre-back. Like we've gone for a centre-back that no one's heard of, but he's actually quite good. And this is what I want. I wanted someone that's not a fancy name, that's not on the papers, that's not on the paper talk. And this is what I want. And I'm all for it. High risk, high reward. If he doesn't work out, then we go get another. He's at 8.5 so far, and this is what I want.
I hear you, mate. I hear you. What were we saying, Habibi?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna give him a 7.5. He looks composed on the ball, which is good. He's very built, as you said. But I don't know, man. I feel like he's got a mistake in him. Like he reminds me a bit of he reminds me a bit of Zuma, man.
Don't say
I don't
that.
know.
Come
A
on,
little
bro.
bit,
Nothing
man.
like Zuma. I knew that was coming, though. I knew that was coming.
He's ball playing
He's just not a
ball
sexy
playing his
signing.
levels
That's why I
above
don't
Zuma.
like him. Because he's not a
His
sexy
ball
signing.
playing
That's
his
why I don't
levels
like him.
above Zuma.
Okay, let me land, man. Let me land. He looks like a
Land
good player.
where? Where you landing?
No, that
I'm
was a
landing
bad
straight
take.
in Turkish Airlines.
Nah,
Turkish
B.
You're
Airlines.
crashing, bro.
You ain't landing Turkish Airlines, mate. Stay away from my lot. Where you going?
Zuma is a completely different player. Zuma was a rash player. Badiashile was
Land-
completely different.
Yeah, Hakim,
man,
you're landing like Ryanair, bro. Come on, man. Stop it.
That's 7.5. 7.5.
It's too shaky.
All right, that's his opinion. That's his opinion. Forward.
Kai, fight me, Kai.
What are you saying?
Listen, Benoit's a quality player, man. Like I watched a lot of them in League One. I watched a lot of Monaco, obviously when Tchouaméni was there, and we were linked with him a lot. And yeah, like he's very composed. He's very strong. Like I said even before he signed, that he would suit the Premier League. My only drawback with the signing was what it would do to Colwell, who I feel like is a generational talent in that same position, left foot centre back, great athlete, doing well at Brighton. Now he's broken into the team, so I didn't feel like it would make sense trying to keep two guys of the same age group happy that both play left-sided TB. But other than that, no, I'm always happy to add quality depth, quality quality competition for that role in the team. So happy for that. Happy we got him for what I think is now a third of the price that we would have got Gvardiol for. So like I was all happy with the signing, and 2 games in, 2 clean sheets, looked very good, composed on the ball, composed in defense, no rash mistakes or anything like that, and also helps having a leader like Thiago Silva alongside you. So
Of course he does.
all pluses for me so far. So I give it a very strong 8, and yeah, looking forward to seeing what you can do.
Yeah, Vic, I hear you, bro, but let's apply that to Habibi. You go and do that, Habibi. I'm not going to do that now. Go on Chelsea website and look at players' data for Badiashile when you get a chance, mate. Anyway, we'll move on. I'm not going to rate the 2 at the end because Dexter Fofana and Santos, I feel like, I mean, Santos is doing bits for Brazil, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not too sure. I want to talk more about the core now, like what's going on now with what we have and who's going to be playing more in the main 11. Obviously, the 2 in the middle, obviously one's coming in the summer. I'll give you a quick rating on him. I wanted him. He was my first choice right back. You know, I said it a number of times. I think he's still very young, still quite raw. But when you look at the athleticism of the guy, when you look at the speed of him, very quick, by the way. He's not slow, very quick. He can create. There's little bits to his games that he needs to improve when going forward in transition, I think. But you know, when you look at his overall potential and what he brings, and I like right backs or fullbacks that have the overall package rather than just being very good at one bit and not being very great at another, or it's very bad at the other. Do you know what I mean? So I think trying to find someone that can have the complements of being able to defend, go forward, because you know, and when they go forward, they can recover their speed because they've got speed. And they read the game well. You know, he's not massively tall, but you know, he is physical, is what I will say. He will get stuck in as well. And yeah, I think he's a great. Like, we ain't got to worry about them fullback, that side of the fullbacks for years to come for me. We've got 2 top right backs there now, which is mad. I can't believe we've got Malagusto with Reece James, to be honest. It's mad. But I'll give it, for me, that's a strong 9 for me in that. What you saying, Couch?
Yeah, again, echoing a lot of the things you said. I think that's a good analysis of what type of player we're getting here. Young, still got a lot to learn in terms of like adjusting to the style of football that we want to play, and also adjusting to the physicality of the Prem. Not to say that obviously League One is physical, but it's a different kind of physicality. He's going to have to be on his head on a swivel a lot of the times, and you know, there's going to be opportunities where teams are trying to get behind him, and he's got to be wary of that. So I haven't seen a lot of that in the games that I've watched him, where he's been threatened that way. He will be threatened that way in the Prem. So again, just young and needs to get the experience. But aside from that, like when you think about the plus sides, the opportunity to have somebody rest Reece James, fully recover, and not see a massive drop off like we're seeing right now, that has to be a positive, you know. So
yes,
yeah, I'm gonna say 8. because we do have a world-class right back right now, and I don't think that ideally we're going to see a lot of Malo, but he's still a solid player in that respect.
Just quickly before we continue, Fabrizio Romano has just stated that Chelsea have reached an agreement for a young talent called Jimmy J. Morgan from Southampton, born in 2006. New one for the academy. Apparently, that's agreed close to 6 million with add-ons. That's a lot of money for a young boy. Jesus.
That sounds like the new director. What's his name? The guy that came from
just on that, Chelsea Youth put a tweet out saying that
that's a lot of money for a 16-year-old, man.
A lot of money.
He used to play for Chelsea apparently, and the reason why he left was because of the commute or something along the lines of that. Chelsea Youth tweeted it earlier, so if you want to have a look at the written tweets, people, if you want to check that out, obviously go on Twitter and search him up and that. But it's another young prospect that's come across.
It's still too much for me. That's a lot, man.
Joe Shields, that's the guy. Joe Shields.
Yeah, Joe Shields. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Winter Surfer, what were we saying? Gusto? If he's not there,
I think he's stepped away for a second.
What are you saying?
Man, I'm so gassed. Not because of him specifically, but more because I don't have to watch Azpilicueta play as a right back again, man. Respectfully, Azpilicueta was amazing for us, but in the last 2 years, man, he's been championship level, man. And Gusto looks really, really good. He looks like, and if the scouts are telling the truth and what I've seen with him from Lyon, man, he looks like he could be the next big right back in Europe after Reece. So for me, it's a win-win, man. I gotta give it an 8.5.
Yeah, I hear you. What are you saying, Don?
Yeah, I'll give it an A. I think it's definitely a competent backup for Reece James. I don't want to see this guy continue to get injured anymore. So we need to protect him, and we definitely need to rotate him. So Couch, I think we'll see a lot more of Gusto than you would expect. There's a lot of fixtures to play next season as well. This congestion is not going to stop. So I think, he's definitely more than competent to step in. I actually spoke to one of my boys today. He's a West Ham fan, and he was saying when we played Lyon in the Europa, we were literally all raving on about this guy. Like, who is that right back that they've got? So I think we've signed a good young player, man. Definitely someone that can step in for Reece James.
I'm just watching a tweet of Enzo Fernandez slapping. You remember after we first approached him, and then I think he scored, and he started slapping the badge and pointing to the floor as if to say, like, he's going to be it. Someone just wrote 21 days ago and laugh. And money talks, man. Money talks. This is the thing, and not just that he wanted Chelsea. So
and ambition as well, man. Ambition as well, talks, man.
Well, ambition is a big one here. Yeah. Go on in, AJ.
Malo, I think I go 8.5. Now I admit I haven't watched too much of him, but from what I see, I like how dynamic he is. I like how comfortable he is with the ball. I like how comfortable he is passing into midfield. And he gets up and down the touchline. I think he has decent crossing too. So I'd say his skill set kind of matches Reece, So I think it's a good signing. 8.5.
Okay. Hassan?
I think for me he's a 9. He's fine. I don't see any other right back that would take the opportunity to probably challenge Reece and even try to come in because of Reece. And he's one of them. Another ones that's got high potential, can give Reece a very good competition and could potentially bench him. And at Chelsea, you want that kind of headache. You want players that are actually competent and can actually rotate on and off when it comes to these tight competitions and fixtures. And knowing Chelsea will be in and around when all these signings click, and if we get back into Europe, we'll be in 5 competitions, 60 to 65 games, depending on how far we get into the competitions. You will likely see him for around 25-30 matches. Him and Reece are going to share it out, and I'm just excited for him to come in because we finally got a competent right back. And no disrespect to Aspie, he's a legend, but his time is coming, and he's on the verge of retirement. And big ups to him, man. I hope he enjoys his retirement after this season or the next.
Habibi, what you saying?
Yeah, man. 7, 8.5, 8. You can choose for me because I'm not bothered. At the end of the day, he's a good right back. He's young. He's fast. He's strong. Link up with back up with Reece James. Yeah, man, I can't wait to see him link up with Hakim Ziyech, the best right hand side in the league. It's gonna be good, man.
Forward.
Listen, yeah, like with Gusto, like I watched quite a bit of Leon at the beginning of last season when Bruno Guimaraes was still there. And like unlike Badiashile, he didn't really stand out to me because like again there I was with Monaco, I was watching Tchouaméni and like Badiashile stood out. Whereas with Leon, I was watching Guimaraes and Gusto didn't really stand out like that. So obviously admittedly that was at the beginning of last season. Whereas obviously I think a lot of the hype around him's come at the second half of last season and also the start of this season where he's been really, really good. So I believe in the scouts and obviously in the videos that I've seen, he does looks like he's improved. Like offensively, he looks like a pretty much a juggernaut, to be honest. Like he looks like a really, really good athlete. Definitely faster than Reece James from what I've seen as well. So it's great that we have somebody with his skill set coming into the team so that way when Reece James isn't fit or maybe we just need to give him a rest, we have somebody who plays a similar style so that way our style doesn't have to change with Reece James being out, which has been an issue the last couple of years. And also for like in recent discussions we've had on this channel as well, like people have said that to sign a backup for Reece James is going to be so difficult because we can't get somebody that's a good age, that is a good skill set. You have to go and maybe get someone like a Zappacosta type signing where I'm like, no, we don't have to. Like we're Chelsea Football Club. Like we play in 4 or 5 competitions every single season. And more so, like even Aspie himself has been playing like 20, 30 games the last few seasons as our backup. So why wouldn't Gusto want to come here and play 20, 30 games for one of the biggest clubs in the world? So on that point, like for me, that almost in itself makes it a 10-10 signing because we're getting somebody of a great age, a great skill set, great potential to be back up to the best right back in the world. So for me, that's perfect. So I'll probably give it like just a 9 just based on what I've seen of the player himself. But in terms of like identifying a problem area in our squad to fulfill, like this is perfect from the recruitment team. So big up to them, and yeah, hopefully again, we see a big things from Gusto.
Yeah, we've only got Madueke left, so we're going to quickly just fly onto him. I ain't seen enough of him, but what worries me a bit is just his injury record. And when I read something that he's played, I think it was a total of 4 games in a row before actually getting injured or something. Like he struggles to always like play consistently in the team because he always gets niggly injuries. They're not serious injuries, but like muscles and the bits here and there. So I don't know, but when you look at the player himself, dribbling ability, talented, can cut inside, run it again, doing the sort of same things down the other wing, not as quick as Mudryk, but more of a dribbler. Give us something different, direct, looks strong on the ball as well. I watched him up against West Ham actually in the Europa League. That was quite a good game to watch, and he looked pretty decent. So early doors for me on him. I'm gonna give him an 8 probably because I'm just not sure. Maybe a 7.8. Yeah, probably an 8 because I think he again, when you look at what we have there, I think he will bring directiveness, dribbling ability along with Mudryk as well if we play them both at the same time. So straight up 8 for me on him. Anyone? I mean, yeah, Couch. Do you want to quickly give us an answer on Madueke? If he's there. If he ain't there, we'll go to Winter Surfer. What are you saying, Winter Surfer?
I'm going to be bang honest with you. I first heard of this guy when I got sent a scouting report on FIFA season career mode. And I'm not joking about it. I've never seen him play, so I can't give an opinion on him. I'm going to say 6 because I don't know anything about him at all.
Cool.
His nickname is Nonny. That's all. So.
Does anyone, rather than me go through everyone, because I know I keep going, but does anyone have anything more to say on Madueke, or is it just waiting to see what he can offer?
Yeah, it's one of them ones, just waiting to see what happens. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I haven't watched PSV in June, so I can't give you an answer.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could say because like he's my Nigerian brother, but no, I've not watched much of him.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, what gives me confidence? What gives me confidence is that Vivel's been onto him for a minute, so I trust Vivel 100%. So
and this is why I love this recruitment part. This department, man, I love them. They're bringing players that we don't know, and we should be excited about, man. Fresh young talents.
The issue is not for us whether we don't know anything about him. None of these Premier League teams know anything about him.
True.
I don't care what they say. I don't believe any of our fan base know that.
If anyone watched him, it's likely a comp,
no one's watched.
like a 2
Wait, Jimmy, you're not doing Fofana. He played more than Nudi or Needy, whatever his name is.
Madueke, Noni Madueke.
Did you say Nudi?
Bro, his name, I have to get used to it, man. Bad with names. You should know this. You should know this, Andrew.
Before we finish off, I want to just quickly do a quick 4-2-3-1. Ignore like the way it's laid out because it's a bit stupid the way they've done it. But 4-2-3-1, I've gone for with what we have going into next season. All players fit, all players available. What is our best 11 on the pitch right now?
Including Nkuku or without Nkuku?
No. Just from now to
Okay,
the
okay,
summer,
what we have now.
basically. So
Okay.
you have to take Malagusta out. You have to take Nkunku out. We can't use them. Just what we have going into the next part of the season. Kepa in goal. Do we all agree? Kepa.
Hell no.
I mean, I don't know if Mendy's
As soon as
still alive,
Mendy's
man.
fit, he's
I
got to
haven't
come
seen
back
him
in
for a
the
while,
team,
man.
man. I'm sorry.
We don't know if
Mendy's
Mendy's still injured,
Mendy
bro.
over Kepa.
Is Mendy
We
still alive?
don't know if
man?
he's still
Mendy's
injured,
fit,
man. He's
Mendy's
been
our best
injured
goal
for like the last 8
Right,
weeks.
okay, let's speed this up because whereas we're gonna no. Right, how many people say Mendy?
I don't know where Mendy is though.
Andrew.
When
I
Mendy's
gotta be
fit,
honest
Mendy
here.
should
I
play.
don't care.
Forward said Mendy.
I don't care.
Forward said Mendy. Anyone
Everyone
else?
else is saying Kepa here. Are you? Is that?
I
Are you
want the
serious?
new
It's
keeper,
Kepa, man.
man.
Oh,
but
lads,
Kepa.
let's not make a
Kepa
debate.
has
It's
been
Kepa,
better
man.
this season. Kepa has been better, man.
Hang on,
They
can I end
they
this?
both
Can I
need to
end this
be
right?
changed,
I
but
don't really care, but I would
That's what I mean. Can
prefer
I end
Yeah,
this
Mendy.
right now?
yeah,
Just
both
put who
aren't
you
great,
want.
but
Just
for
put
me,
who
I
you
think
want.
it's
They're
clear that
both
it's
meaty.
Mendy. But
They're both meaty. Put who you want. It doesn't matter.
All right,
Both
I'll
the
pick
same.
them.
Yeah.
I'll be
Both the
salty.
same.
I'll pick Mendy.
Fine.
good man,
Oh,
good man.
fuck.
I'll be salty. Cucurella or Chilwell?
Chilwell.
Cucurella for me. I don't
Same
know.
difference.
I like Cucurella.
So how many
It's
Chilwells we
Chilwell
got?
fit. It's Chilwell for me, man.
How many Chilwells
It's
we got?
Chilwell. He's a lot more balanced.
How many?
I'll say Chilwell.
If we're talking
Chilwell.
about balance,
Yeah.
balance with Reece James attacking, then I've got to put Cucurella in there.
That's a
Okay, so
good
wait a
point.
second. Let me ask this then. Couch. Let me just fly through it quickly. Cucurella or Chilwell? Go on.
I'm gonna say Chilwell.
Chilwell. I wouldn't say you said Cucurella. Yeah.
Yeah, for the balance.
Claire?
Cucurella for me too, man. He's defensively
Okay.
better.
Don.
Chilwell.
So that's 2-2. Hassan.
It's close, but it's Chilwell.
3-2 Chilwell. Habibi.
Chilwell.
4-2 forward.
I got stocks in Cucurella, man, so I'm keeping that. But
And now it
lost
goes
that.
to Gem now.
Is it me to make the decision?
You could tie
I'll be
it
honest with
up.
you, I'd probably go with. I didn't like what I saw with Chilwell coming back in. I'm going to say Cucurella. So that's 4-4.
You got
Yeah,
majority vote, Gem,
it
so
goes
that's
by
Cucurella wins.
host vote,
your
man.
channel,
Just
so
put Cucurella, put Cucurella.
No, let's
there.
put Cucurella in there. Only because he's been playing.
It's,
I just don't think Chilwell is
Yeah,
like ready yet.
because you have Reece going forward. I think Cucurella is defensively better than Chilwell.
So-
But it's up to you guys.
Who's your two in the middle? Thiago Silva's one of them, right? I'm not even going to ask you all.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
With
that's
Silva and
unanimous. It's
Bachir,
unanimous.
Bachir, whatever his name is.
That's
Chilwell,
that
Body
part
Shield.
is still get dropped.
Body
Bachir,
issue.
You're forgetting,
Body
wait a
Shield.
second. You're forgetting Fofana, you're forgetting Koulibaly, you're forgetting Chalobah. Are we all going by the shield right now? What are we doing?
We can't
Yeah,
drop
because
Badiashile right now. We can't drop
Fofana's
him.
injured, man, and yeah, he's
If
got
if we're doing currently, then it's Body
Yeah.
Shield.
yeah.
No, I'm saying when everyone's fit. I'm so full squad.
Yeah, but we haven't
now.
seen Fofana as a Chelsea player that
We haven't
good
seen
enough
too
for
many
us to kind
Koulibaly
of-
has
yeah.
settled in properly and stuff.
You've seen Fofana as a Leicester player, so if you think he's better than Badiashile, you can say that. If you really believe that.
I think Fofana's better, to be honest, but
Fofana might
No,
be better,
Fofana,
yeah, but
Fofana's better and higher potential, but
yeah, I,
Right
I
now it's
think
probably
I think
Badiashile.
I think Benoit kind of more like he kind of flatters Thiago Silva more than Fofana. For me.
He's left-footed as well.
that's
Yeah.
true.
All right, so let's get through this. Couch, you going Fofana, yeah? Fofana?
I mean,
Who'd you want?
if we're looking for a left-sided player, then it has to be Badiashile based on what Winter
Okay.
Surfer said.
Winter Surfer, Badiashile?
Yeah, it's Badiashile. Yeah.
Kai said Badiashile, didn't he? I know. he
Same
just said
Badiashile, yeah.
Agree. Don?
Yeah, Badiashile for me.
I mean, it doesn't
I
matter
think
now.
I think it's Body Shield by a majority vote.
Habibi, forward, Badiashile?
You know I'm big on Badiashile, so 100% him.
All right,
Yeah,
Badiashile.
majority vote.
I'm skipping right back because there's no point. I'm not putting us.
No, Aspie.
The
Let's get
legend,
him in
man.
there. Who's your
Cobham's
two?
finest, man.
So you got to bear this in
Cobham's
mind.
finest.
This is the thing, right? You got Enzo, you got Kovacic, you got Kante, and you got Zakaria. Who's your best two?
Come on now.
Enzo and
Kante,
Kante.
simple.
Enzo and Kante.
It's Enzo Conte.
And I love you, Kova, but Enzo and Kante, man.
Enzo
Kante for me, man.
and Kante. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Enzo Zakaria.
What?
Oh,
Wait.
No.
Can
No,
I have your reasoning?
Hang on a minute.
Let him land this point.
I heard someone talk about Fofana's stuff, right? Not seeing him much because of injury and stuff like that. I'm just thinking long term and evidence of 4 years of consistent injury problems that I can't trust Kante to be there. I know Zakaria is injured at the moment, but
Who also is injury prone
I
as
know,
well.
but
by the way.
I've got more of a problem with Kante's injury problems than Zakaria at
Recency
the moment.
bias.
Yeah, because he wasn't ours for that
bias.
long, Andrew. That's why.
I mean,
I'm just saying. I just
is
think
it because of him doing a two-man midfield job? Like
I think
I think with Enzo there, he'll compensate.
No, I just think that he's injury prone. That's it.
So
Doesn't
is-
matter.
Yeah, but let's say they're both
Zakaria.
fit. Let's say they're both fit, and you've got both of them to pick. Who you
And it's a
picking
big
then?
game.
Well, I don't think Kante's been that good for the past 18 months. So, but
I'll be honest. I agree with you. I'll be real. I agree with you.
Wow.
He hasn't been
All
good.
right, let's vote. Yeah, let's vote.
This is
Let's
why I
vote, guys,
love
I'm gonna
football.
all right, so Couch, what you saying?
You already know, man. It's an easy choice for me.
Enzo, we don't
Enzo
even need
Kante.
to vote, man. Enzo
Kante.
Enzo's there by
We're voting on
unanimous
Kante
decision.
and Zakaria right now.
One sec. Winter Surfer, you're saying Enzo
I'm saying
and Zakaria.
Yeah.
Kai, you're saying Enzo Kante, yeah?
Enzo Kante, yes.
Don?
I'll say Enzo Kante, and hopefully we can get a centre midfielder in the summer
Hassan?
to sit next to Enzo.
Enzo Conte.
Enzo Kante. Habibi?
Kante.
Enzo,
Yeah,
okay.
yes, yeah. It's more majority got.
Yeah, Kante all day, man. Please respect this guy, man. Club legend, please.
It's not about respecting. It's dealing with the situation. I think
But,
you guys
okay,
are coming
okay.
from. I think you guys are coming from a really emotional point with Kante.
No, for me,
Okay, wait. Let me just
if it was
explain it. Let me just explain
Andrew,
it.
if it
Let me
was
just explain
emotional,
it
I'll put
quickly,
Kova in
right?
there,
Let
bro.
me
You
just
know,
He hasn't been old Kante for a while.
Let me just explain it quickly.
Kante
Like, I get Kante
Kante
set like
flashes a smile, and everyone forgets. That's what.
I'll be honest with you. I'm
it's not just that.
Kante smiles don't work on me, man.
Hey,
It's
guys,
not
I'll
just
pick Enzo and Kovacic. That's my opinion, but you know.
I think he might pick Kovacic as well.
I also prefer
Listen,
that.
let me
Zakaria,
explain the
yeah,
Kante point, right? Because I think a lot of people are saying, oh, because he
And
won
Kante,
us
I
the
love
Champions
Kante,
League and that his form has fell off a cliff. Like, it hasn't fallen off a cliff. Even in his last game against Tottenham, he was our best player on the pitch till he got injured. It's not at the
Yeah, but
same level,
that
sure,
last
but
game was
to
long
say he's
time
fallen
ago,
off to the
though, man.
point where like people like Zakaria are potentially better, I think that's wrong. And again, look, right now, yes, he's injury prone. As a fact, right now, he's injury prone, yes. That doesn't mean he's going to be forever injury prone. I've seen players like
Let me
Ian
ask
Robben
you a
have
question.
long stretches. I've
Before
seen players like Ian Robben have long stretches of being injury prone, and then towards the end of their
Still
career,
good,
they just
yeah.
have long stretches of being completely fit and winning the Champions League and multiple leagues of Bayern Munich. So I'm saying with Kante, if we manage him right, he can absolutely be a player that plays 30, 40 games for us every season, winning us big games, which he's done in the past.
Let me ask you a question.
We never really had a
hang on,
Kante
hang on,
replacement. It's always been
hang on.
Kante.
Hang on. Before the Tottenham game, what was his best game before the Tottenham game?
He only played one game this season. That was Everton.
No.
It was Everton,
He
then
played
Tottenham.
multiple times last season. What was his best game last season?
He struggled, I think, in my opinion. He did.
He hasn't
struggle.
had a.
He had a few mid games. He was good against Southampton. He was good against
I love him.
Palace in the
So-
semi-final of the Cup. He had other good games as well. So let's not act like it was just.
Are we gonna make that 11? Are we gonna argue?
For me, how I see it, Kante is the best.
Lads, we could have a
Guys,
cricket
let's
debate later, bro.
move away
about
from
Kante.
it. Let's move away from it. We're going to be
Sentimental.
That camp
We could have a
position,
player
man.
debate later.
That's what
Guys,
threw me. That camp position, man.
Let's go to the left side. We all agree on Mudryk, right? I'm not. That's straight
Yeah,
up. Yeah,
Mudryk.
Alright.
Yeah, that's unanimous.
No, Mason Mount, bro.
Who's in the middle?
He's on
Who's
the
in
right, man.
middle? Who's in the middle of the three? Is it Mount? Is it Felix?
Felix.
How
Felix.
dare you say that, Jim? How dare you say Mount?
I mean,
What is he gonna do, Jim? Lose the ball, man? Give it to the opposition, man? No, thank you, man. We're good.
So what? So are we agreeing that there's no Mount in this? Everyone's saying no Mount,
Yes.
saying Felix.
No
We
Mount,
find
no
on
Mount.
the right, man.
No Mount, man. Mount season has been dog
Sterling
shit.
goes
Man.
on the right.
Forward, everyone. Are we saying Mount? I mean, are we saying Felix?
Yep, Felix.
Felix.
What are you
Felix, bro.
saying?
Felix.
We're all
I'd
saying
rather have
Felix.
Kante as a 10 than Mount.
Mate, I'll be honest. I would have Mount in there.
I'd rather bet a shield as a 10 than Mount.
No,
bro.
Jem,
That's-
hang on, Jem. Why would you rather have somebody
Better
who
passing,
can't
bro.
play a 10, who has no vision, who can't pass, than Joao Felix?
I
Why
just-
would you rather have that?
I just wanted to trigger the crew.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. It worked. Well done. It worked.
Right side.
Ziyech on the right. Ziyech on the right.
Oh,
Ziyech
fuck off with him. He ain't
No,
playing another game
Sterling,
this
bro.
season. He's useless.
Ziyech on
Get
the
rid
right.
of him.
Ziyech on the right.
Sterling.
Yeah, he's still begging for the
front.
PSG move, man.
Ziyech.
Up front is where you guys are gonna be shocked.
Ziyech up
It's
front.
from my
Ziyech
opinion,
up
man.
front.
Nah,
Ziyech
come on.
up
Mao
Seriously, bro.
Wait, are we all saying Sterling there? Can we just stay there for a second? Sterling?
Yes.
Yes.
I need to see Sterling in with better.
I mean, we ain't really got much options up front, so I'm going to say Kai Havertz because I will. I don't like him.
No.
If you have to go around the room here, because I think we're all gonna have different votes here.
Yeah, exactly, man. For
I
me,
usually
nah,
say
man.
Aubameyang. Use a disgraceful. That's what I'm going to say. Couch, what
I
do you say?
say Aubameyang because we finally have
No,
midfielders who can
no.
pass,
I can't take
wingers who
that.
can cross. He can. Who's a better finisher, Havertz or Aubameyang?
Mate, the guy's liking images of fucking troops after games.
Bro,
against
he
Chelsea.
can
He's
like pictures
rude.
of
Don't
he can like
care.
pictures of Mason Mount. I don't
Doesn't
care,
work
bro.
well in the team. He doesn't want to be here. I've seen him in my face at Stamford Bridge. He's
For
walking
me-
around sulking like a bitch.
For me, with the creator we bought, it would be a crime not to fucking use Aubameyang at the end of those.
I mean, come on, couch, go. Who are you going for?
Nkunku.
But we're talking about this season,
No,
bro.
for the rest of the season.
Rest of the season, man.
Oh, rest of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess, yeah, Kai. I guess, yeah.
He's gone for Kai. Winter Surface definitely not going for Kai. I hope. Actually, I don't know. He might. He don't like Aubameyang as well. So
do you know what? I'd put the Fofana kid up front.
Fofana.
You're leaving me. You're basically asking me to pick garbage out of it and eat it. Do you know what I mean? When you talk about Kai.
I think that's too much to call Aubameyang that though, man. I honestly do, man.
I think Aubameyang's done, Kai.
So you're saying Fofana. Kai's saying Aubameyang.
Aubameyang, yeah.
Fucking
yeah, Aubameyang. For me, Aubameyang, we have to try him with midfield and the wingers that we have, the new ones. He would cook, man, 100%.
Why can't we?
I don't know why he's not going to be here in the summer. I just don't know why we're doing it.
Yeah, but we still need to win until the summer, bro. We still have.
I'm fine.
goals.
I'm on vibes. I don't care who you pick anymore.
Don, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Boy, as much as I don't like Havertz in that 9, I actually want to see him play with those players behind him. So I'll say Havertz for now, but it's not far off Aubameyang. So I'll say Havertz.
Oh, I forgot about Brower. Shit.
He's
injured, though.
He's injured ACL.
Hassan, what are you saying?
It's trust versus garbage, man. I don't know what to put. I'm like Andrew Fofana. Forget it, man.
Fofana's got 2. Havertz has got 3.
Fofana has the touch of a trampoline, bro. If we give like a transfer rate and give him 2,
Have you seen
Don't run that
Aubameyang's touch
narrative.
recently?
Don't run that narrative.
Aubameyang haven't. I know I haven't because he haven't played yet for a while now. But that's the thing.
Habibi.
About blood clot, yang.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, it's too.
Listen, man, I'm tempted to put Broya here on one leg. I can't lie, but like Don said, I am kind of optimistic to see what Havertz can do with a fully functioning 3 behind him, and hopefully it builds up his value, and then Union Berlin can get him in the summer, man.
Screw it. Put Kante up there, man. And let's get
Put Alonso, man.
What is that? Is that Kai Havertz scarf? I didn't even know they make those. Yeah, that must have been customized, man.
I love it. I love doing it to you, lot, because I know you're going to go over to Lewis's channel now and start crying about him. So I just like rubbing it in quickly.
No, just remember, Jem, when you have to do the stream and it's announced that we sold him. Yeah, I want you to remember that. Yeah.
Ford already told these guys this is Havertz's last chance anyway, because there's no more excuses for him. He's got better players around him.
Talking up with Felix and Mudryk and banging in goals, and he's running along.
We said that.
Havertz is back. I love him.
We said that. You guys said about everybody. You guys said, oh, if we move Mount to the midfield, he'll be good. Then he just like lose possession. Stop it.
All right, guys. I'll let you, because Lewis is going live or is live anyway. I don't know. Lewis is going live now. So he's live now. So guys, there's still over 900 people, nearly 1,000 people actually.
Subscribe to Jem. He's not far off 8K.
Yeah, big up to you guys. Yeah, please subscribe before you leave. I think about 40 subscribers from 8K. So if you
Jem, I remember you saying on stream last day that you're gonna be twerking for.
Why did you say that? It was so close.
Yeah, that was it.
Go, Jem. Full screen.
This guy thought we forgot. You know what? I was gonna comment it, but I was on a call. Yeah, Jem, listen. You said it, so boy, I'm not trying to see it. I'm not trying to see it, but you're a man of your word.
My camera for this, but yeah.
Yeah, man. Let me tell
on the next show, I will twerk at the beginning of the show.
Boo! Oh, boo! Do it now, man.
Do you know what he's saying?
Oh, Jem, you're gonna have Con and Pies watching next stream then.
You know what he's saying? You know what he's saying next show because you hope we'll forget. That's right. You know what I mean? So we'll bring it up.
Oh yeah, comment section, bro. Remind him next stream.
Yeah, remind him comment section.
Next stream, I'll do it. Yes, all right. I'll make sure I wear my fancy. I'll make sure I wear my fancy boxers as well this time, right?
Good Lord.
Do a Gary Lineker, man. Do a Gary Lineker.
Right, guys, go and raid Lewis's chat. When you finish off here in GNA TV viewers, it will take you straight there. Chelsea fan TV viewers, just click that link. Go over there. Let's go and raid Lewis now. It's over 800 people here. Take yourselves over there and support. Big up to the panel. It's been a great show. Enzo is as. Get me to 8K as well. I'm only 40 subscribers away, so before you leave, subscribe. Go and follow Chelsea Fan TV as well and subscribe there as well. Go and subscribe to Couch Critic. He's got his own channel as well, which is Couch Critic, his name as well. So write that on YouTube and go and check out his stuff as well. Can't think of anyone else, but yeah, and no one else does anything here. But yeah, big up, guys. I'll see you later on. Take care. We'll be back again very soon. Peace out.